Hello, Matt. My last day to work on my anthology short. On stream, anyway. It's due Friday. So we'll see if we can get done. We only have, I think, one shot left. Well, I have one shot, but there's a little bit of like random stuff I want to do too. Hello, Sunset. Michael will be a little late. I think he's picking up his car today. I think. I hope. Been in the shop for a little longer than expected. I think the car spends about as much time in the shop as it does out in the road. No, he hasn't had that shop in there for a while. It's just he had like a door sensor that was a problem. But they didn't have the part on hand because it's an older car. So he scheduled an appointment, brought it in, and even though he also had requested an oil change, they didn't get to any of that, and I think until the following Monday. And then they said they put the part on order, but then it's been well over a week. So it's been sitting there for a while. So he's been Ubering to work many days. He's been borrowing my car anytime that I don't need it during the days to try to save some money. But it's ending up being that whatever the repair is, it's probably going to cost almost as much on just Ubers because they've just been kind of taking forever. He hasn't really had too many other problems with it. But it's funny, both me and Michael have... Actually, I think Michael's car is this newer than mine? I think... No. It looks older, so it might be a little older, but because I have a 2009, I think his is like just a couple years older. But I think it has just more miles on it. His ride's better, though. Mine, it's a Honda. It'll keep going, but it definitely is a little rough and rough around the edges. But it works. I plan to get a new car next spring. I wanted to get an electric, but now the electric benefits have gone, so that's not going to happen now. And so I'm probably going to just get like a couple-year-old. I want to get like a mini SUV because there's a lot of stuff that I'm constantly having where I wish I had more space in the back of something. And right now I have a two-door car that has no space for anybody, no space for gear, no space for picking up like furniture if I find it at a thrift store, or for picking up mulch in the spring. It's just such a hassle not having something with more space and being a homeowner. So that's my plan in the spring. I'm just trying to save up as much as I can between then and now, just because of that drain issue that was like $1,500 gone and other stuff. And holidays are always tough too, so we'll see how much I can save. I have a working car now, but I'm not going to be like just making it a waste of getting a new car when I have one that works. I know somebody that needs one or will be needing one in next year, so the plan is to just hand it over so that they can take it and use it. I get something that's better fit for me, and they don't have to pay anything. Really big on the 3 R's of reduce, reuse, and recycle, and so I'm not. my original reason why I didn't want to get a new car was because mine worked, and I knew that because of the paint job and like because the primer is peeling on it and stuff, I wouldn't get anything on a trade-in, and it probably ended up just getting trashed, even though it works perfectly fine. It feels like such a waste to me, and I don't want that. So, but if somebody can use it, oh, that's perfectly good. I miss having a vehicle, but I just can't afford one. Understood. Cars are expensive. That's the one nice thing about my car. I bought it in 2009 with cash. I think I bought it in 2012. It's 2009, and it had like 30,000 miles on it. And I think I paid like 16 grand for it. And I've had it since 2012. So I've had the same car for 13 years and haven't had a bill a month forever. My insurance doesn't have anything to cover with the car itself, just accidents and I think glass, because why? It's 13 years old. It's got 140,000 miles on it. So yeah, it's nice right now because it almost cost me nothing. I think insurance is like $450 a year, and tabs are about $100. So it cost me about $500 a year. And gas wise, for how often I drive, I end up only having to fill it up like once every 3 weeks. So it's like for the entire year, I paid less than $1,000 easy. Like a good amount less than $1,000, probably like $700 or $800 just to have a car. It's kind of like, well, why not at that point? I had the money from living with my parents for a few years after college stuff, and I used that money to do the car in cash, and it's been handy. Ooh. Ooh, it's a really unique beer. Got a beer called Good, a bushel of apples, peanut caramel apple ale. It's an ale with apple juice. It's supposed to be like a caramel apple, and actually, yes, it's like a caramel apple with like a little bit of a malty beer taste to it. That peanut is also kind of weird in there. It's not bad. It's actually, it's different. It's real. I like it. Most expensive vehicle I ever paid for was $2,500. All my cars, trucks, and vans look like junk but ran great. Yeah, that works. That's why originally I wanted to get electric, because the idea was get electric. I could spend very little on, there we go. Because of how little I drive, I basically gas would be significantly cheaper. But then with the incentive being gone, the like 7,500 or whatever, that's not going to be there next spring, and trying to rush to do it now would have been worth it. With that gone, and then they apparently put in a thing where they're going to charge like $250 a year if you have an electric car to help cover the fact that you're not paying gas tax anymore, which when I did the math ended up that I would be paying more than if I just had gas. So I can understand if I put in enough mileage, but like I think when I did the rate, it would be like 50 or 60% of the cost of my driving would be in that tax. I was like, well, that's stupid. So I think I'm going to hold off for a while. Maybe get it in, unless I can find a really good deal on some like used electric in the spring. I'm probably just going to get like 2-3 years old car. I had somebody that told me before, they're like, just you buy a new car, because then you get all the, like, you get the full warranty and you get everything. I'm like, okay, but if it's 15 grand less, he's like, well, yeah, but that's, then you have to worry about it. 15 grand. If something in the car goes wrong that was 15 grand worth, there's probably pushback I could do on its own. Like, the money saved is more worthwhile. I have then that much of a buffer to try to like cover stuff. It's just, I'm not going to spend 50 grand on a car. That's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Most of the ones I was looking at were like 25. Anyway, we need to work on our video here. So I did go and rendered the whole thing out. and readjusted everything to try to make it work. I had to, because some of these I didn't actually time them perfectly, I kind of just picked an approximate for some of them on how much time I needed, and adjusted. It ended up being that I kind of overshot by like 5 seconds for the beginning part, which was then cutting into the audio where he was like hitting this button on the plane. So then suddenly you could just start hearing the button going off when there was no video of a button going off. I was able to, thankfully, because it was a very a button is a very specific sound. I was able to go into Adobe Audition, find that wavelength and reduce it, and you basically can't hear it now. So that helped. There's still some other ruffling and stuff, but whatever. I don't care about that. But I did get this mostly done now. I did add at the beginning the little bit of the plane coming in. How long are we sitting at now? 1:25. I like that the last minute short is the one that ends up being the longest. Anyway, I want to see the audio is going through. Yes. Okay. So I got so far. Might change that one a little bit. And then we don't have the other part done yet. I might, we're kind of watching this again. This is a little abrupt, but I don't know how to make it not abrupt. It's actually possible. There's no way I can cut it that wouldn't make it abrupt. I think what I might want to do is this. I think what we're going to do is just, because we've already changed the camera angle, now he's kind of outside the plane. Wait, where is Dash with the I thought I rendered that scene. Oh, apparently didn't. Okay. No, I want to, let's go to the scene. I think I want to have this camera start a little further away and then zoom in with it. Because then it kind of makes it like spookier. But it's looking pretty good so far. All right, let's switch. Oh, I didn't actually move it in because I was not with the camera. Actually, they're not even, it's not even centered. I should center it. It should be more like that. I think Applejack. Her eyes are going to be up a little bit more forward. Yeah, that looks better because, like, I can't get her to look at the camera, and if it's not looking at the camera, rather like have just like 1,000-yard stare. So okay, we'll do that. I just need a simple short of Dream Dash falling, and the Oscar for best movie and cinematic short goes to. No, this is, I wouldn't call it cinematic. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did Michael got his car? I think. Looked like his car. He did. He's got his car back, thank God. All right, so we fixed that. This one I wanted to do something on because it works. It's funny, but I feel like I need more light on what's going on the propellers themselves. It's like not standing out enough. So I think what I want to do, because and I can add some light, but if I add too much, then I have to add it to everything because the propeller itself would be lit. So let's see what we can do with that. I originally thought this was going to be a little too dark, and I did go through and I had to adjust the lighting and a lot of stuff and add a lot more lighting bolts in places. It ended up being a little interesting. I think it doubled the rain too. But the effect ended up being fine. So, and all the camera shake we added went away. Apparently, that was such a small amount of like movement that it couldn't be registered or couldn't be actually saved as a decimal point value. So when it actually saved, it just got truncated and it was gone. It means the only way to actually do that is I would have to add the camera shake and the same instance of me doing the of doing the save of stuff, so, or the same save of render. So, well, let's see if, so we did the separation of propellers specifically so that I could light them up. Let's see if we actually can just do that. Did I? No, I haven't even done it yet. This is the blue one. I think I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, actually, that's pretty decent. I was going to make him self-illuminate. Self-illuminate can still have color. I haven't opened these. I did. No, it has self-illuminate on. Does it? Okay, yes, it is on. It just gets completely destroyed by like everything. And there's the one side of it that's darker. So let's try just making it like twice as bright. See if that helps. Really nailing the tempo from the episode and the suspense, but with a slap of humor, but still parallels the original origin material. Kinda. The whole falling out the plane part is the only part I'm not super happy with. I feel like everything else works really good, but it feels very abrupt. I wish there was a better way I could lead into it a little bit. It's just I can't have him talking with anybody because the moment a conversation gets involved, those people become a thing that I need to like identify. And I feel like any conversation at all would add at least 20 seconds or more to this of non-horse things. And that doesn't feel useful. There is a part of him looking down at the switch. Let's look at that. I can't remember which one of these is the actual one I use. Yeah, this is the one because the episode number I definitely procured through means. Okay, I'm not going to play the audio here. Because this is kind of going crazy. I love this one where it is like where it looks like yeah, it disappears here, and I just love it. It's definitely like on a wire and it gets pulled. It's so funny. I need to find the part where he sees the emergency switch. I want to see. Oh no, okay, so he saw the gun. So this is it's before that. Because I believe he gets like a plan and then he starts like saying, oh, nope, it's fine. It's fine. I don't see anything. Come on. I had to have skipped it. Yeah. Because I know for sure there's a part where he sees the switch. And that's when he gets the idea of the gun. Maybe if I go find the gun part again and then do more nuanced stuff after that. Because he sees the gun. I know he does some weird thing to get the gun. Okay, so that's where he sees the switch. But I know he sees it much earlier. No, see, I don't want to have it where you can see him with the gun. No, that might not work. Because I don't want to have it where it's seeing him with the gun. I mean, I could have him like turn to it, but then I'd probably have to add like at least 2 more segments, and that's going to be too much, especially on our deadline. That's probably not going to work. And I don't want to have the gun randomly pop up out of nowhere. I know it was right when he takes his seat that he realizes that he sat in the emergency row. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can use that. Because he's not paying attention to the window. He's looking back, and there's nothing that shows him looking down there. Having it pop up without anything pushing his vision to lead you to where it is, it feels kind of out of place. So I don't know if I'll be able to make that work. If I could get something of him showing him flipping the switch, that'd be even better. But yeah, I think I'm just going to have to go with it as it is. Anyway, did I remember if I reloaded those? I must have. All right, so there was a specific shot. Oh, I did have to go through here and fix a bunch of stuff too, because apparently on some of the lights I went negative, and it was causing like any tiny bit of negative basically will destroy lighting in an area, and it was very noticeable. So I had to go fix that. As for, actually, I don't know if I mentioned before what my filters were here. Before I did some weird thing for like putting the filters over stuff. This one I did the smart way and just built this like a whole version of the video with the like layered everything over it, and then just use that for splitting. But this is an Adobe like filter. You can even see it says it up here, but I had to be so zoomed in for it and blurred that it didn't really matter. It's moved out of the way. I then also took a mask. Let's get rid of it. Over this. So originally it was a lot like, it would have looked like, I'm probably going to delete it just to show, it would have looked like this. But that's way too much water on the screen. So instead I used a mask that kind of reduced the opacity within the center, but made the outsides brighter. So it just made it so it was easier to see in the center stuff, but then kind of did a silhouette of the water droplets. Other than that, I had the double layers with the water on the plane because otherwise the water level looked like that. And that was just like way too much water on the plane. Half seemed a lot better. And for adjust or layered effects, I have normal levels. It's just kind of, if I remember right, there's actually a couple things I did there. Yeah, I brought in the blacks a lot so that it darkened up things a lot more, or lightened stuff up because I wanted to kind of increase that brightness. I didn't really bring up stuff because I don't want higher contrast. I actually, for the older film look, kind of wanted it to be washed out. And also by a tiny bit, I brought up the black level. This just made it because what it essentially does is it takes away things that are pure black and kind of makes them less black. It'll make it just a little bit gray so that nothing in here is pure black. It should like there's a little bit of noise to stuff. This is just a simple black and white transition. And then this is the noise to the video. I did what I could to like zoom in on like a part of the video and just look at what noise this had on the plane. This is a little bit of compressed video, which is always not going to be quite the same. This is what mine looks like. Once this is encoded, that noise will be increased, or not increased, decreased. It's going to go more to a compressed style. This is why when I normally send these to Jay, I do it in a YouTube format. This one I'm probably going to send in a RAW, just so then it's going to be a larger file format, but then it's not compressed twice. It'll just be compressed once, which is fine. But I want to make sure it's done as little as possible. The one thing I did want to check here, I'm going to Starfire. Yep, I didn't even see the name yet. Cheers, Starfire. I do want to check this original video. You can see on the edge here, even though this is basically what's considered in focus, how soft it is. But then you look at this, what's on the edges, and it's very sharp. I probably don't want that. So we should maybe add a little bit of like a blur. Is it Grandpa Bear spotting Dash on the wing? Yeah. We're just going through some of this stuff. I have to get it all done by Friday, but I'm not too worried because we have today. Tomorrow I can't work on it. Thursday I can work on it a bit, but then I have Friday off. So even though it's the due date, this is the reason that I pre-rendered everything so that I don't have to spend as much time rendering. Though rendering wise, it only took about 20 minutes to render the whole thing. I had to render twice, so that adds up to 40 minutes, but that's not bad. It's only on 64 quality, but it's again, I could drop this to 32 and go and render twice as fast. It doesn't matter. I don't need optimal quality. I'm adding a whole crap load of noise on top of it. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to like add just a little bit of like a Gaussian blur. Is there a blur that works better for like old timey cameras? It just says Gaussian on this. Compound blur, which allows a selective blurring based on a blur map. No, I don't want that. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is going to be Gaussian, which is legacy. Oh no, this is the current one. Okay, good. We'll throw that on the adjustment layer. And then, okay, not doing anything right now. So that, is it make any difference if I pick a direction? I'm going to guess to go for both. The repeat edge pixels is what I'd want. And then I probably want to keep this basically as small as I can. All I really want to do is just remove the edge. So I'm not seeing any effect. Did I break it? Something is not working. That preview window is not even changing anymore. Seeing the number here go. Yeah, something's broken. Instead of a gun, a grandpa pair just tries throwing fruit at Dash ineffectively. Well, the problem is I can't. Yes, it's doing something weird. I can't change anything, like on that side of things. I can't have any of the original video changed. Even if I could and like edit something into it, kind of removes the point of parodying something if I'm like modifying the basis of it. It's better if you're just interjecting its own little frames and stuff. I don't know what's going on here. After Effects just doesn't like blurring. Yeah, I want to keep it as the original video as untouched as possible. I really wish I could have done like the green screen kind of looking through the window bit. It's really hard with how that video looked. There's no real good anchor points for doing really good tracking to make it look good. And I was like, eh. Okay, so it did save our blur. It just is whatever value. So let's go and look at this again. 0. I want to have her sitting down eating the sandwich again with high brightness. That should work. So it gives us nice contrast. So if I put this to 1, first let's put it to 10. Okay, way too much. 3, too much. 2, maybe. That might work. I think maybe 3. Let me get the preview rendered on this, and we'll see. This is the only reason I think I have less RAM than I used to, and I've had it. No, I still have my 64. It's because this RAM preview is the reason that I have 64 gigs of RAM. It's fun to watch. You can just watch your RAM. I don't know what you can do with the graph. I'm doing it full resolution because of the noise, but this is how fast it's going up on a RAM preview. And on 1080 video, this isn't even 4K. It's ridiculous. But it's the reason that I have 64 gigs specifically so that I can do larger RAM previews. Yes, you can use Premiere, but if you use Premiere, so it's slowed down a little bit there because this is pulling from other storage that's or pre-rendered stuff that it has somewhere else. You could use Premiere, but Premiere goes and grabs from the original files every time it needs, so it has to have really fast and good access to the original files. Well, on After Effects, it will make a local rendered copy with all the effects on top of it because it can't do all those effects live like Premiere would be doing for playing the video. The problem is I'm using image sequences. Image sequences aren't easy to pull live from. If I'm going to scrub video and it's having to like randomly find images in an uncompressed format, it doesn't know what to do. It will lag to hell. It's probably better now. When I originally did it years ago, it didn't work. With large image sequences, you'd normally have to kind of do a RAM preview to make it work. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, it's just going to keep going up. Anyway. I think that should help for this, because I can definitely see it a lot easier now, and this will adjust it for all shots. So I want to go to one of the dark ones, which would be like right here. Yeah, see, that one you can't see as much, but it's almost because it's now light. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
You have your car.
I do.
How much did that run you?
About $3,000.
Just do a door?
No, door, calibration of the advanced track, oil change, and new tires.
Oh, okay. The new tires alone would be like over a third of that.
Yeah.
Did you get new tires?
6 years ago was the last time I got new tires. I got new rims
Oh, okay.
like a few years.
That's what I was thinking about. All right.
But I kept the tires. Just had to move them.
Neat. Well, you got your car back, so that's good.
Now, in the last few years, I've had the brake pads replaced. Ghost Fact replaced. Is that down? I already want Ghost Facts. Here's your Ghost Fact. Ghosts do live in the sky. Like, it's all true. All of it. All the stuff you might have read. It's up there. And you can see them, too. They appear as big, floofy clouds, but that's just piles and piles of ghosts. So when you fly through those clouds, like in a plane, you're just crashing into ghosts. It's horrible for them.
Is that why you get kind of motion sick? It's all the ghosts falling through you?
They're trying to knock you out of the sky. That's what turbulence is, but you just keep just ramming through ghosts.
Housedale is made out of ghosts.
Yes.
When the ponies die, they just push them in.
Yes. Like, stay in there, Grandma.
You become one. Grandma's becoming the house. She's the mortar.
You're my kitchen cabinets now. Stay put.
I'm waiting for the RAM preview. I think it's done here. So I did render everything out.
Okay.
And kind of got it figured out. Though there's a couple small changes I want to make already. And I just did 2 of them, I think. But I did add a little plane at the beginning.
Okay.
And then otherwise I had to do some audio adjusting and some corrections on other stuff. There. But it was working.
Oh. Freaking out.
I did a camera zoom there too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
That's
know
all you have so far.
that's all I have so far.
The only thing I noticed is that it was a little hard to see her still on the propeller part. Like,
Yep, that's one thing. There's 2 things I said I changed. I updated the propeller part to the propeller's a little brighter.
Okay.
And I think I can add another light there, but
can you extend the amount of time before she touches the propeller, or is that asking too much? Because like I barely even saw where she was until until just before she touched it. So my brain didn't even register it all that well. But it could also be just because it wasn't bright enough.
Let me check here.
Guys, look, I'm drinking a very good beer.
You got Pony?
Pony beer. Can't see it. It's way back here, but it says Pony. I definitely didn't buy it because it says Pony, though. I bought it because it's a very good beer that I have no idea what it tastes like. It's called a half-acre pony.
So, kind of. So, this is where the audio's cut. And let's say we add 2 seconds, which is quite a bit of time.
Yes.
Can we extend it to here? That means that these will need to be put to, right now these are about 39. So that'd be put to about here. So we put it here. Oops. I'd have to, I could probably do it. I have to go into the audio because that is at the point where you start spamming on the button, and so you can start hearing click, 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 click.
I mean, if it's too much,
No,
it's
so
something I like. It like I didn't catch where she like. I've seen this.
no, I agree.
I knew where she should be, but it was so quick. Didn't completely read and register it properly.
There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the WAV file. So I opened it in Audition and I deleted it, because clicks are very a very specific frequency and they're very quick. You can usually see it. Not good.
Depends.
Okay, smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just hop.
That's just hop. Jay might like it.
I picked up a bushel of apples, peanut caramel apple ale.
So you got dessert.
It's ale mixed with apple juice.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good. It kind of just tastes like a caramel apple with a little bit of malt flavor.
And the thing is, Jay will like this, and it says pony on it, so it's still a win.
Okay, so we got to go find those button whatevers again.
Jay's our one friend who likes hops.
And I like how when he mentioned it, like, Jay, how can you like it? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I okay, so there's not that. I think it's this part. Okay, this is all the clicks. So all these, so I already removed some of these. All of these little things going up and down are his jam on the buttons. I don't mind extending into that as long as I can get rid of those button clicks. If I can do that, I can add up 3 to 4 seconds to stuff. Originally, that was my stopping point. So we can just try to get rid of some of this stuff. It's not difficult. It just takes a little bit. So we just go there. I think I did it by -15. Oh, no, that was too much. I was doing it by -10.
He just finds dead celebrities and he puts them in jars. Yeah. He's like, oh, wow, you were like a great general in the Third War. I've read books about you. Into the jar you go. He just collects them.
So if people are wondering what I'm looking at, I think this is called a spectrograph.
Yeah, you're looking for ghosts.
And this is essentially, I'm looking at the audio from beginning to end, but then this spreads it out by its actual hertz frequencies, with the brighter the color being the stronger the sound. And so a lot of the planes noises, so that's why you get this very consistent low hum. And you're also getting that the spooky music going, and the spooky music is the chords that you can see coming across the inside here. And that's why, you can see it goes, wah, and then it drops a little bit. It goes, wah, so you can see where the chords kind of play through. But the button clicks are very high pitched, click, 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 click. Because of that, we can see those. They stand out because there's nothing else in here that is a high click. So that's why I can go through here and just kind of select it, drop that area by a specific amount of decibels until it matches the background. Thankfully, these are pretty easy to remove as long as it matches the background, because all sound is a collection of the waves at different frequencies. So if you get it to match the background, essentially the sound's not there anymore, because that is what the background sound and volume was. I used to do this sometimes when we did podcasts, when we had, or before we got decent stuff for because we didn't have a good table. The table that when we put stuff down, sometimes it would really make a sharp tongue sound. I would go through here and I would find those because they would look like this, and I would just reduce the volume. That would sometimes take me a couple hours until we did some updates to our setup so that I had less of that issue. I think these still are his clicks. I think it's just he's changed the angle and they got a little deeper. So I can still see a little bit even right here.
No, I found out my debit card's limit today.
Why?
Because I hit it.
How did just on one thing?
On the repair.
3,000 is your limit?
3,000 is my limit, yeah.
That seems low.
Yeah, I can call the number on the back to have it raised temporarily.
Oh.
But it's like a security measure.
Really? It seems low. How often are you going to do that?
Yeah, it's very rare.
Yeah, because I think my limit is 10 grand.
On a debit?
No, my credit card.
Yeah, well, they'll let you like spend away on
yeah, card. But no, I think my debit's the same.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I swear my debit's the same too.
10 grand. If you blow 10 grand in a day
on a purchase
on a debit,
there's a I think difference of like per purchase and per day. Where's my cards?
No, so I had to pick up some meds on the way home. I had to write a $5 check, like an old person, like a super old person, so I can get my meds.
Yeah, so the most like my ATM or my debit card, the most I can withdraw from an ATM at a time is 2,000. And the max I can pull or I can purchase in a single purchase is 10,000
on a debit.
Mm-hmm. I can reduce it. Actually, I can literally just
probably should.
I can just write in right now to reduce it. I probably should.
That's a lot.
It comes in handy.
It's the idea.
It's probably come in handy like twice in 10 years, but being I can just like write it in to change it. I can have it set to anywhere from 200 to 10,000. It says 10,000, but it set it to 9,990. I don't know why it took $10 away.
I feel like 3,000 is a good range.
Especially for a debit.
Yeah. I mean, I only have a debit. I don't carry.
Actually, I'm also going to change. I'm also going to change my ATM to 500
at a time.
Yeah,
a day. But what if you're at a convention and you need to buy the super cool plushie?
I'm changing it. No, because that's what my credit card is for.
For plushies?
No, because people will take credit cards.
Yeah.
Next, we'll send you a code. It's going to code me. I'm going to check my credit card because I think that actually might be higher. Okay. Well,
it's pretty cool
because my credit card, I think I can put like 24 grand on it. And when I got the credit card, I asked them, "Can I have that limit down? I don't want that limit." And they're like, "No, that's kind of what you're approved for, so it's you're going to get." I'm like, "I don't."
They want you to do it. They want to ruin your life.
I'm not putting. No, it's 22,000.
Still.
Where is the card?
We want you to make a bad life choice and then just be indentured to them to your death. That's how those companies make money.
Oh, I don't think. Ooh, is there even a limit on the card?
Hello.
No, the main reason I've wanted it lower is because usually you get a better benefit on your credit if you spend within a certain percentage of your maximum. And I think it's between 10 and 30%. And so, but if you're spending under that, you're not really getting much benefit. But 10% of that is under 2,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you put it like 10 grand? It puts that 20% at a lot better, or 10% a lot better.
Companies don't make money on the people who pay their bill, credit card bill on time. They make money off the people who don't.
Yeah.
Get that horse.
I've only had it a few times where I've let it go for a little bit. Actually, no, because of the basement thing, there was a decent amount of time there where I had a balance on my credit card, but it didn't. I had it paid off in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But it was only because I knew I could pay it off, but I didn't have any other options.
Another thing I got done today, when I was able to use PayPal to do it, so I didn't have to use my card, which was maxed out at that point, was I got it scheduled to get my window replaced.
Because you have a crack on there, don't you?
Yeah, big old crack. And I want that fixed before the trip. Everything I'm doing right now is to get the car ready for the trip. And it just kind of needed done anyways, but I want to make sure we get back. There was one, I think it was last year, that we went there on a kind of a shitty battery.
Yeah.
And I was, when I started the car, I was like, oh, thank goodness it started. And he looked at me like, you piece of shit. You gave me the, no, you didn't look at me like you said, you piece of shit. If this car had not started.
Yeah. You're like, let's take the car that we don't know if it can even start.
Well, it's the only good one we have for long trips.
Could take mine.
No, we could not. Car is tiny.
Yeah. And the driver's seat's fine.
Yeah. You gotta fit your stuff in.
Let's see how that
Your
sounds.
stuff out of the car.
Okay, so it sounds like rustling. That's on the deep side of things. You can kind of see a little bit of like the little jumbles here. I can't pinpoint that. I can't do anything about that. But I got rid of the click. So, and that is all that matters. That's just a little adjustment.
Michael's going to Equestria, the closest thing in this world, pony convention.
Here, quickly!
For as long as they keep going, I want to go to at least 1 or 2 a year. Just too much fun.
I'm really curious as to how... Originally, because of Cider Fest, this whole thing with like taking Windy City off and whatever, this year is like, I need to see that they've done big improvements.
Yeah.
If not, I'm just probably gonna like go to Everfree and other ones from going forward.
I mean, I really Cider Fest, but I have a feeling some artists that I've missed a long time are kind of starting to come back.
Here, quickly!
Don Somewhere being the one big one that I can think of. Into the fandom, and they're making stuff again, and I'm hoping to see. They were at Babs, which was cool.
Okay. So now, if I go back here, can I tell it to reload?
We just need that movie to come out. I've been talking
there
about
it goes.
since July, and then that movie needs to be good. It needs to be really good, Hasbro. You need to put some time, money, and effort into it, and
They don't
bring in
have
some
money.
good writers. They need to just stop, selling pieces of the companies to make their board members
Might be loading
happy.
it.
It's not even making the stockholders happy. The stockholders are horrible. It's the board members they keep paying off.
All right. So if we extend this, I already had to because I didn't do it or like good estimates on all the other shots.
Mm-hmm.
I already had to extend the audio at the beginning part by like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So I had a buffer of about 3 seconds and I blew that off and I had to like make adjustments and I just made more adjustments.
Yes.
So, because I try to see, is there something I can take like audio from some other portion and like overlay that to extend it a little bit. All of that sound overlays with itself and there's really no point to do that because it would be a funny short to just like see how long you'd go with it. Make it like 3 minutes of just keep having him like, then go back, but then just kept staring out the window. Like you could make some good scenes out of that. But yeah, so.
But this video is going to be interesting because I want to see it when it merges into the next part.
So there's the one big problem with this is it will require me to do some funky redos. Not too bad, I guess. Because if I go and say, boop, all of these scenes are going to be shifted over as well in the final, which means I have to go and redo all those ones then too. But it's not that bad.
If it's easy.
No, it's not. I did some adjustments. I made a single layer that has all the raw video in it now. So it'll just adjust this. And then all I'd have to do is go into here and retime these. But I've already got them timed to where I know how long they should be below. So it shouldn't be too bad. All right. So if we get up to 2 seconds. So right now,
like you can have just like a thing where she hesitates or pulls back a little bit.
no, because that implies that she's not stupid.
No, she's stupid. She's still going to do it.
I know, but hesitate makes it sound like maybe this isn't a good idea when the whole time she's like, it's a good idea.
No, I like the idea. Like it might be a bad idea, but I really want to do it.
Well, so I like the idea of having it be where...
Or you could just have her approach slower, which would be the easier thing. But
I think having it so that she takes a little bit more time getting to it, but also spends a little bit more time on it.
Never stops being funny. Either way.
So how does that work? So I added probably about... It's only about a half a second. I'll add a little bit more. So I've a little over a full second now beforehand. I'll clean it up. I could have it so that she's... And I want to do this in one of the other scenes too, where she's looking at you at the window, then she turns to the propeller. Because I like the idea that she's constantly looking at you, like, look what I could do.
You watching? Are you watching, Dad?
I'm okay, Dad. Butterfree.
Butterfree? Oh, that's right, the freaking Hank Hill thing.
Yeah, Butterfree. I choose you.
Oh, man, the best videos are always made with King of the Hill references. Wouldn't you agree?
There was somebody, I want to see if I can find it, because we were thinking about D&D stuff. It was a great, funny thing. Let's see.
What is my dear Dashie doing? She's playing with the propeller. She thinks it's fun. It goes woo, woo, woo. And she's like, I'm going to touch it. She's doing science. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to find it. Somebody in the thread had talked about they had named a shop like Professional Pain. And it was the guy's name was Hank something and Professional Pain. And then I can't remember the name of the city, but it was also a reference. But by saying it all together, you'd be like, I'm Hank, blah, blah, blah. And welcome to Professional Pain, where we sell propane and propane accessories. And it was actually like pretty well done to where it's all this information in this town would gather to this shop moment. It was pretty funny. It's going to be possible to find this like one Reddit thread.
Yes. Everybody should use Reddit, by the way.
All right, so if we have Dashie looking this way first, because if we have Dash looking this way, the whites of her eyes will stand out. So it's easier to go, boop, she's over there. Okay. So that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, anything to draw a little bit more attention to where she's at when the scene shifts, or at least give people more time to see her.
Because I know we know where she is.
Yeah, and I had trouble, like...
Well, you didn't know that shot was exactly there, so you had to kind of go and figure it out.
Being used to the hops. That is a very hoppy beer.
Yeah.
Pony. It says pony on it, though.
At least you know somebody will drink it.
Yeah. Jay. I can't think of anybody else. Maybe John.
I don't think John's really into hop either, though.
John likes sweet.
Yeah.
John's big on sweet, and you wouldn't think it. He comes across as like this guy who's tried a million different beers. And he has. But what he wants is like something with
he likes
marshmallow in it.
Yeah, he likes the stouts and stuff kind of for like the same reason you do. If, like, you know, like the hop. And the nice thing about stouts is you can usually get it to be sweet and dark.
Yeah. It's drinking a beer syrup.
I saw some really neat ones today. There was a lot of pumpkin pie ones.
Oh, yeah, pumpkins everywhere. You hate pumpkin.
Yeah. Some sounded good, except for the word pumpkin.
Pumpkin is delicious.
No.
I remember before I knew you didn't like pumpkin, just cooking a giant pumpkin, and you said nothing while I was doing it. You said, I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not obligated.
I could have cooked you cucumber.
Yeah, doesn't mean I'm going to eat it.
Shit, it's good for you. I think cucumber's technically a fruit. Eat your fruit.
I do need more vitamin C. I don't really get much. That's why I try to have at least some juice here and there.
It's not a vegetable. Cucumber's a fruit. Cucumber is a melon.
Cheers, Akami.
Did I just blow your mind? Cucumber is a melon.
You can say that about almost every veggie or fruit out there.
They're not all melons.
No, but you can almost all of them are something else. It's like different fruits and veggies that are by a definition somewhere, one thing or another.
Yeah. I like cucumber. It's a melon with a really thin rind, so you can just eat it. It has one. It's just very soft and edible.
You can eat watermelon. I know you have, because you just, when people say you shouldn't do something, you'll do it just because you get attention off of it.
No, it's not about getting attention off of it. It's that it's in front of me. I'm still kind of hungry.
No, you do it. You would not have done it at all if it wasn't for somebody bringing it up.
Dude, I do it like when I'm just sitting in my computer after I've eaten a piece of watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with who's watching.
Uh-huh.
I eat peels of shit. Like, I'll eat orange peels and watermelon rind. It's food, kind of.
Do you even have a trash can in your room?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you just eat your trash, too.
Probably.
Probably
would. If I didn't have the can.
Do you just like get a Kleenex?
I need to get rid of this somehow, and I don't feel like getting up. That's what a lot of it is. It's laziness.
That's what a trash can is for.
Yeah, but this trash can's already all the way over there. And the bitterness of the orange peels is actually kind of good. What?
Then why don't you like the bitterness of the beer?
I don't hate it. I'm going to finish this beer. No, when people started explaining the difference between vegetables and fruits and all the different plant things that I thought were definitely vegetables, just to find out that they're fruits, it angered me, filled me with rage.
Or the amount of things that aren't considered berries. Because like we define a lot of things as berries, but there's surprisingly not many things that we actually eat that are a berry.
Well, bananas are berries.
Yeah, stuff like that. Are strawberries berries? I can't remember. I thought that was one of the weird ones too.
I think it's not. I'd have to look that up.
Okay.
We're gonna do
strawberry berry.
The fact that people are asking probably means no.
Is not a berry. It's classified as an aggregate accessory fruit.
Nobody's gonna say aggregate accessory.
Sir, on my ice cream, I would prefer the red aggregate accessory fruit, please.
I speaking of fruit, I had a Mandela effect thing today that actually kind of pissed me off because I had no reason to think otherwise, and I just figured they changed the logo at some point or another. But the Fruit of the Loom logo definitely used to have the cornucopia.
It was on some part of something.
And I think I looked it up and what it was is Kmart and Walmart a long time ago bought a bunch of Fruit of the Loom stuff that was Chinese knockoff stuff, passing it off as legitimate. And I'm pretty sure the knockoff stuff had the Fruit of the Loom logo with the cornucopia. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because I never questioned whether or not it used to be there. I had no reason to. It was just there.
Growing up, I did a lot, I know my parents did buy stuff from Kmart and stuff. Probably because we had one that wasn't far from us. So maybe?
Like, that logo apps. There was a logo that said Fruit of the Loom on it that had the cornucopia. Like, they've done studies where people did not, because cornucopia is very much an American, like, Thanksgiving related thing. So people in other countries remember the cornucopia, and the only reason they knew what a cornucopia was because it was on the Fruit of the Loom logo. So it definitely existed, but then Fruit of the Loom's like, nope, our logo's never had the cornucopia thing on it. And if you look back at old commercials, it's not there. So wish I had some like really old clothing They could just like find it still had the logo. Even if it was just the old knockoff one, it was just proof. Meow.
If I still had like Fruit of the Loom stuff from back then, like
From like high school.
like I don't want to wear
it. It could just be in like a drawer.
I know, but I don't, like that's normally like underwear somethings, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to use 20-something-year-old underwear. There's only so much time I want to touch on my butt.
I mean, it doesn't have to be touching your butt the whole time. You wouldn't use a new pack of underwear if it was like 20 years old.
I was trying to save money, so I had one pair, and I stretched it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Only pair.
Yeah, that's me. That's an impressive pair of underwear, honestly, that it held up that long.
Oh no. It was
it's just a rag. It's a loincloth now.
Yeah, it was using like it was only held on because the scotch tape was adhering to my skin.
Are you talking about stuff like the Berenstain Bears? Like kind of.
That's what the Mandela and Berenstain Bears are two of the main ones.
But like the thing with the Berenstain Bears that I can kind of think is that it was just a mispronunciation and everybody was just mispronunciating it. The Fruit of the Loom
that I'm pretty sure is when you have a complicated word, mispronunciation.
Yeah. The Fruit of the Loom thing though, that's like a thing. Like a visual thing.
It had to have come from somewhere, but I swear I remember seeing it in commercials.
I just remember seeing it on the product.
The product, yes. But I swear I saw it in commercials too.
I have no reason to think, like, to believe that. Nobody came up to me and was like, hey, you know how the cornucopia is on the Fruit of the Loom logo? That conversation never happened. I just remember it being there, and that's not nothing.
Your brain is lying to you, Michael.
But why would it? Why would it lie about something so specific? It doesn't make sense. It had to have been there. The best thing I can think is it was just on knockoff products that Walmart and Kmart bought. Because they were just getting Fruit of the Loom stuff, and they didn't care where it was coming from.
And that was probably like early days when China products were like kind of all crap too and really cheap.
Yeah.
Like now, it's not always crap, but it's, yeah. Oh, there, that's pretty good.
Cheap t-shirts, cheap underwear, cheap socks. Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia. And some people have posted things on the internet, but then these days it's just like, that's fake. That's not real. And it's impossible to prove it.
Especially with like AI and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's not even, I'm not even saying because people make AI fake stuff. It's that even if you post a real thing, if somebody can just call it AI, and now it's easy enough to just say like, well, but can't prove anything.
Or even before that, just good photoshopping.
But usually even good photoshopping, there was signs. Like AI had some signs even early on, but now like even those are getting a little hard.
Well, it's not just that. The issue is I've gone back and watched old commercials from the 1980s. It's not there. Michael. Well, it's like I'm in bedroom eyes. It's like,
you want to jump on the propeller with me?
It's like, want to join me on the propeller?
Propeller.
I don't think it's so much conspiracy, Sunset. I just think it's knockoff crap.
It's always a conspiracy because those are more fun.
Yeah. Like, I just think it's knockoff crap that made its way into major retailers and had the cornucopia, and that's what people remember. If you've shopped at Walmart and Kmart. I just wish I still had a piece of the clothing. I might. I doubt it.
Remember before we were talking about people that hold on to things for just in case at some time in the future, like, you know, it's worth something in the future.
Yeah.
Soiled underwear.
Soiled underwear with
you never know
cornucopia logo on it.
Yeah, I mean they sell stuff like that in like Japan or something.
Used underwear? at a
Yeah.
vending machine.
Yeah, I believe you can get like women's underwear out of vending machines.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I've heard that. I haven't been there to confirm. Though I have a plan within 6 months. I shall go and confirm for all of you.
Yes. We will raid those vending machines.
I shall find the vending machines, purchase many.
I don't see how it's any different than Gamer Girl bathwater. So it's like,
Well, one of them, like, Michael, like, is there something pony that you'd be embarrassed to buy? Like, what if there was something that said like pony sweat in a big vending machine on a big public corner?
there was like,
Would you go up to it and buy pony sweat?
like, is it actually pony sweat?
You don't know.
Because they were selling vials of like snow pity at conventions.
Yeah, what if it was something like that? But you like buying that stuff, like weird things. So like, would you go up to the vending machine and buy it on a public corner?
If it was the not real, I'm not going to buy real pony sweat. But the snow pity stuff could be kind of fun.
What if it was like a vending machine that had a little plush ponies wearing giant diapers, and anytime you went to the vending machine, it would scream "wah wah pony pony" on a public corner? Would you go buy a pony?
Wah, wah, pony pony.
Really loud, and it would be flashing lights.
I don't think I would buy that.
Okay, but what if it was in a dark alley?
The diaper thing, not my thing. I don't.
I'm just trying to think of something that like
Why?
that would be pony that would actually be embarrassing for you to buy.
I don't want to buy anything out of like a after dark vendor hall. I don't need that on me.
I've never been
What am
in
I
one of
gonna
those
do with it?
halls.
I would buy it, and then like 10 minutes later, I'd be like, "What am I gonna do with this?" I'm not gonna put it on a counter, like my bedroom. My mom visits sometimes. Like, and like I would get no joy out of owning that. It'd be like for like 10 minutes, and then like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? So, no, all my pony stuff is of the safe for work variety.
I'm
I'm
adjusting
sorry
these.
if that disappoints anyone.
I'm adjusting that because the clouds went by at the same time that it got dark, and it felt like a really weird thing that it was suddenly like went bright to dark. So I made some clouds go by at that point to try to balance it out. I think what would also help here is I have the lighting go a little bit longer, but in some of these I have like the back volumetric, because this is the front one that's mainly going. But I think that part might be fine. I brightened up the propeller a little bit, but it does go longer. So now she looks over at you. It's kind of quick, but it still makes it so that her little movement here at least shows something moving, so it draws your eye over there. That's the idea.
Yeah. She's having fun.
Though it gets a little dark right at the end here.
Where her head falls off. Yeah, it's real dark.
That's
It'd be that
advanced
dark.
darkness.
At no point should it be that dark on the wing. What did you do?
I'm just double checking if any are negative. I did have that problem that I required some fixing.
Wait, don't.
It is.
It should never be darker than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to adjust that. Which is a good one to use for the whole wing. I think I'm just gonna have to use all three of these ambients. Because so I can definitely see at this point they drop. Like, because yeah, like the one ambient stays high. Why did it drop?
Miss it. It's on a slider.
Oh, that's just the back one. So let's just play head there. It might have some light changes because of like these weren't originally intended to kind of go that long. And when I extended it, it got into some other things. Or like right there, that would have been a problem. Let me just kind of grab that. We'll just slide that in here and then say that that's kind of good there. Which one does this do then? That's just back there, so that's fine. Though that does make it so these lights are going to kind of be out of sync, but whatever. The cabin light, the room filler. I think the main are just going to be taking all the lightning lights. Yeah, they hit 0, but they don't hit 0, 0. Okay. Because like this one's is fine right here. Still a big change in the brightness there. What light is doing that? It feels like a lightning light. It's the back volumetric, which I think is this one. Nope, it's not that one. No, it was that one. Oh, yep, I can see it now.
And she saw the plane. She's like, that looks like fun. And she wants to play with it. What's that about? She's not trying to get a ticket. There's a big metal bird in the sky.
Okay, so what I did was I added that back volumetric goes on for a little longer so that when the front light goes away, because it's a backlight and not in front, it's a lot easier to see. Yeah, so it'll be a lot easier to see her by contrast like that. So that should help too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, okay, that's done, but we're already about halfway through and I still need to get this shot actually figured out.
Yeah, like wasting time extending scenes.
Well, and I want to clean this up a little bit because she seems extra stiff, like a little more than I wanted. I had the camera jitter, but it was truncated on save. So the only way to really do that is if I did the camera every time before I did things. But also, why is she on a plane? She can fly herself. Why are you not asking why Applejack is on a plane? Like, there's no problem because Rainbow can get off the plane.
Yeah, no, Applejack's, she's fine. She has ticket.
That reminds me too. I wanted to see how. Oh no, I don't have the. I wanted to see how the gun would look because from this angle, how this would render detail wise, there's almost none. Can't see what it is she's holding, and I feel like that's with light on, right? Yeah. I think what I need to do, I can enhance the brightness of the light that's on it, but then it's going to affect the light on the gun when it fires. But that maybe is fine. Are you done with your beer?
You're like, I really want another beer. I am now. Is there something you want?
That didn't help too much. That's fine though. I'll keep it. Yeah. I picked up 2 beers, and I'm curious in the other one too. I just don't know if it's cold yet.
Do you want one of the beers I picked up? It's cream beer.
I bet you it's super hoppy though.
There's no way. No, I need to put some drinks on.
I can try it, but I don't feel like hoppy right now.
Up to you.
I'd almost rather have that tomorrow.
Okay. You can throw it away.
If you want to grab one of these, you can. It's a 180. If you want to grab it, these are right next to each other. Just to the right of this, there's it's a cherry beer.
Okay.
Just grab one of those. But if it doesn't feel too cold, like
Probably not too cold.
yeah, if it's cool enough, that's fine. It'll work. You want to take that?
Sure, you don't want to make it your third beer?
No, because I don't want to have 3 beers.
Okay.
It was just non-refrigerated. So right now, this starts really dark at the beginning, and I think I need to... Why do I have bolts? Oh, that's the bolts in the plane. I'm thinking lightning bolts. Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought. I need to grab some of the lightning from these other shots. I think this is the one I've been using as my main one. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So I want to have it where she's has some bright light right away. And then we're going to just shuffle this down.
More than I thought it would be.
Oh, yes, perfect. Yeah, Door County Cherry Wheat Ale. It's backwards, but I thought that sounded pretty good.
Why does she have a gun? What is this, Fault Equestria?
She has a gun because he got a gun. She's shooting back. She's trying to defend herself. Though I wish the gun was easier to distinguish from other stuff. It's just, if you don't give her a gun, then you're shooting an innocent horse. If she gets a gun, then you can say at least like...
She fires first!
Well, yeah, but he pulled out the gun first.
She's not innocent.
She's not innocent.
She's as innocent as Han Solo in the first Star Wars.
How does AJ get on the plane? That's the joke. It's kind of funny that you don't know.
You smell a lot of hops or something?
Just a little. Like just the way you'd expect from a wheat beer.
Oh, Brony. You young, naive fool. Rito did not shoot first. I don't care how many times George Lucas tries to change it. But in doing so, he was trying to make Han the good guy. Which kind of just reiterates that in this scenario, Rainbow Dash is the bad guy. Because it was cute and silly, and now she's a murderer. She's shooting into a plane. But I've said my piece on that.
It's supposed to be stupid.
I know, but...
He opened the door on the plane first.
Yes, which is part of the original skit, which is the joke. I'm covered in beer. Oh, it's rich.
It's good, though.
Yeah.
It's not really ale. I don't know what it is. It just tastes like apple juice with alcohol.
It's a lot. It's got a lot going on.
Okay, I think this one...
Bad Greedo. Wait, is Rainbow Dash the Greedo in this?
I want to double check that these are actually fixed. It's pretty easy to usually figure out if you have a light that's done that. So, like, let's say I do this. Or no, how do I do it? I think it's not 0.
See, now I can't stop but thinking of, like, the special edition where the dodge that Han Solo does, which is just, like, so badly edited. He just goes, worm. The dodge, the shot.
I can't remember how it is that you... Oh, I think it's in puppeteering. So if you do...
His neck to dodge that blaster. He absolutely... The special edition. It was so bad. The point was that Han shoots first because he's not a good guy. He's an asshole who's given a job to help some good people.
So this is what I mean by negative. You can see on here, this little bright line on the edge of an intensity is the true value of what it is. And on this, with puppeteering, when you go out here, suddenly you'll see that that little bright line disappears. Normally, when this is at a 0 value, you can see it's just sitting bright line at the end. This is sitting where you can't see it. And you can see I'm increasing this, but it's still not visible. And that's because I'm actually pulling it out from a negative value. And that's where if you have a light that does that and it goes negative, even though it's not visible, it's a glitch in the program, you will have a light that will like consume light and it doesn't look good. Like if I go and take this light and I put like a negative even 10 value on here and I go into the negative, which one is this? Is a spec here? Yeah. Like even a negative 10 made a dark spot, but some of these I was going in more into like it was going into like probably negative 200 range, and at this point you start getting this like some black consuming void that just absorbs everything, and you don't want that. So if you notice something off with your lights and you were doing puppeteered lights, which not uncommon, try to do something like that. Just be careful you don't overdo your values. You sadly can't puppeteer with the 1 and 0 because that would be perfect, but you can't. If you use that slider, it just does it to the whole thing.
You can. Who was it that rigged up one of the SFM ponies for motion cap? For mocap. I can't remember. It started with an X. It was like the last video they ever
Zenio or something.
with Goodbye Horses.
He did a couple with that.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Here's one of the animators. There's one animator that went away and never came back that I really miss. He did source filmmaker stuff.
What about me?
Never left. I mean, people think you're dead.
Yeah, shut up.
Not thinking of the guy. Well, there's like Guitar Hero or Future Guitar Hero, but he's not gone. He lingers. Like
no, Future Guitar Hero makes he works doing animation as his job now, and he does it for, I think he did it for a show, but I think he does it for game stuff too. And
lingers in your chat.
Yeah, he does images.
Yeah,
he does super detailed images and stuff. He doesn't do as much animation anymore, but people think Argo's dead. Yes, because when you're on the internet, if you don't post every week or every other day, you're dead. Yeah. So when I only make a video like every 6 months, there will be a decent amount of comments. Hold on, let's see here. So on this video, if we were to go,
just F.
No, it has to be
dead.
It has to be the ones that came out about the time that the video came out.
Yeah.
If I go and look later, it's going to be
comments on this video.
This one actually had quite a few. Did I think you broke it? Did I beat it?
You can't load fast enough. Goodness.
It's either thought you were dead or thought I saw one. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. Wow,
that was literally was going to say that. It's been so long. Welcome back. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, he died.
He's back, baby.
Maybe you need to.
You're back.
Maybe you need to work on more pony animations. Maybe we got to get the whip out.
I at least want to find one that's the one.
One is just
about
like
being dead.
I was worried about you. I thought you died.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
You've been making stuff this whole time. YouTube algorithm. Oh, that must be because you didn't even realize I've been making stuff for years. Mm-hmm. But that actually makes sense. So that's the thing that sucks is if you ever notice in the algorithm, like say you watch a video of a series like you've never seen before, and then you watch a second one, more than likely it's going to be popping up on your recommended feed. And as long as you continue to watch some of those videos within like a couple days here and there, it's going to keep popping their videos into your feed. But if you stop, they'll disappear into the background and you almost never see them again because the algorithm will start prioritizing other stuff. And even if you make a new thing, it's saying, well, you're not interested in that right now. And I'm just never going to pop up. So even if you're interested in MLP, I've been buried amongst your personal algorithm and you'll just never see me again. So, because subs help, but subs don't mean shit anymore. It's all about the algorithm. How many people here, when they go to YouTube, go to their YouTube and then click subscriptions?
Not that often.
You usually go to whatever's on this page, right?
There's maybe 30 people I subscribe to.
Yeah, I usually try to keep it under 100, and even then I don't do much with it. But it's just most people use this page, which is what YouTube thinks you should watch, which is going to look at a lot of stuff, and it's probably going to be relative to the things you're watching, but it's also going to mean you're going to forget about a lot of people.
I do use the sub tab to click the places I want to watch, but the places I want to watch, they post more often than you.
It's really hard to.
Well,
like I could 100% like post more, do more, all that stuff, but trying to maintain the pace that that YouTube kind of demands to be algorithm related, it's not something that even if I tried with a daytime job, I'd be able to do. So there's no point in trying. So instead, I just find a comfortable pace.
Don't worry, guys. I'll poke them with a cattle prod and get them making ponies faster. More ponies. Seems like a plan.
Margaret just needs a team. I actually had plans for trying to make something like that work, but the problem is teams cost money and it just wouldn't work. That's why for a while Nightly was doing things, but it ended up being that stopped because he got super busy and trying to do something every 2 weeks was just hard to keep up with. So he took a hiatus. And then that hiatus turned into a very, very long break. So, and originally we did podcasts and stuff, but then after the basement flood and stuff, I just had so much stuff going on at once that trying to keep up with all of it was becoming beyond a part-time job. And it wasn't doing enough to make it worth it to keep doing it with that stress. Because it would basically I already stream 12 hours a week. Is it 12 hours? It's 7, 12. Yeah. So 12, I stream 12 hours a week on top of, then I would do like a couple hours of editing for podcasts, an entire evening every 2 weeks since taken up for podcasts, a couple hours of doing thumbnail stuff and nightly video reviews and putting things out like that. And then trying to interact with the community. And then after that, with working a full-time job, it's like, what else time do I have? And it just was like, it was too much.
Yeah. And then there's the sit on the couch, cry and eat ice cream.
Also communication. Yeah. No, I know communication is a big folly and stuff. So like me and Nightly stayed pretty good with stuff, but also I originally brought on Nightly, not as much because, and I love the way he edits stuff, but it wasn't as much for that, but I just knew he just knows how to do his own thing and do his own thing. And it was just like, here's the general idea of stuff. Let your own creativity do your own thing. So I didn't have to micromanage or tell him what to do or anything. I basically just let him have full reign. And that was also a big time saver because communication is less important. If your idea of communication is do this thing, and then when he's done with it, he says, I'm done with the thing. And then you're like, yay. Every now and then he would send a thing, I would do a review, and every now and then there'd be little like things to fix, but they'd be fixed within a day. And that was it. It was super easy. And specifically Nightly, I knew would be great for that type of thing because he's just, he has initiative, and I like that.
And then I'm just here. You can't get rid of me. It's horrible.
But yeah, I don't like the idea of free labor. So I will...
Nothing.
I've mentioned that before, but you say, no, I don't need anything.
Don't give me money.
I know, this is why it doesn't make sense.
It creates obligations. I'd rather just do things.
No, but I don't like doing, having people do stuff for free. So it's more of, if people are going to do work, but then that costs stuff. And so it just ends up being meh. And with some of the reduction on its Patreon and a lot of the other stuff, like what comes in now covers basically the every now and then thing I have to upgrade, like buying a hard drive or something. So it just covers the bare necessities.
Before the bed, Michael gets paid Michael is here for the pony. That's right. No other reason.
You're here because I tried to like say, get the fuck out. And then you're like, no, I glued my ass to this chair. And then for 3 years, you walked around with a chair on your ass. You
need the support. So you keep making shit.
It does help a lot of times for like this stuff. If I get focused on things, it's not as boring.
Like, and if you need proof, I sat here through the Rathlow shit.
I miss the Rathlow shit.
I know.
The Rathlow shit was fun. It just if I wanted to be more YouTube successful, I should have quit Pony and joined Monster Hunter. The Monster Hunter fandom has had a lot more
content.
No, I would say they're more thirsty for that type of content.
If you want to get rich, just Pokemon content.
MLP has a lot of people doing animation, art, and all that type of thing. Yeah. Monster Hunter doesn't.
Monster Hunter's not that good.
But that means that from a community perspective, Monster Hunter is larger. And I also then would be filling a niche that had less things in it.
Yeah.
It would be easier and much more beneficial if I would have just went fully that way. The main reason I didn't was because most of what I was doing was based on me pulling random audio in for the characters that I was going to dwindle on really quickly, and trying to find ways to go around that and make things work would have been a lot of extra work, or trying to get people to do voices. And it was not viable. I could have made it work, but then it felt like a little bit more like square one starting, and I didn't want to just be a trend chaser anyway. But
you didn't want to be a wooden toaster, or that's who it was.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Tombstone's the big one for
trend chasing.
But I mean, it worked out really well for him, so whatever. But yeah, I enjoyed the Monster Hunter stuff. The Rathlow stuff, I had a ton of fun doing that stuff. It was fairly low effort. It was enjoyable. It's just, if I could find a way to make it so that I kept getting more Rathlow's voices, or if I could find somebody that could make a voice, maybe not similar to Francis, but similar enough, and make a series out of it, sure. But then I'd have to write content. And what I loved about the Monster Hunter one was going through, finding some stupid audio, and then using that stupid audio to just come up with a random idea for it. But if I was a blank slate, I could do anything. I'd eventually scale it up to be too big of projects, and then they would take too long again. But I think that my freaking Twitter account for Rathlow still has, like, how many people does it have?
More than 6.
Am I logged in on here?
You just stare at the Rathlow's account?
No.
Like,
I was on there a few months ago just to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go on Twitter.
It's like looking at an old girlfriend's Facebook.
No, so he has 26,500, but I think at its peak he had 29.
Yeah.
And that was in like months.
Yeah.
He got his first 10,000 in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And on Blue Sky, why am I not logged in? I'm not logged in on my phone.
Just goes to show how often you use it.
On here, he's got 222 followers, and this is how many posts he has. I don't know why people are following him. I made it just to make sure that nobody copycatted it, and Yeah, I still get followers, and I don't know why.
They're just happy.
I think in case he starts posting again, and I really wish I could. It's just it takes too long to make pony stuff.
And apparently you die between each pony thing, so
Yeah. And it's
like,
more of I know pony stuff. The Rathalos stuff, the main benefit actually of Rathalos stuff is the rig. It has a working rig, and it saves so much time. So much time. It's so I can make stuff way quicker compared to pony.
you know, ponies are like super cute. No, I will say this about Monster Hunter. Apparently the last game is bombing harder and harder with like each expansion in addition to it.
Because they keep adding things without really fixing the things that were broken, and it just keeps compiling. It ran fine for me.
It was lackluster story.
Monster Hunter stories always suck. The game had some innovative bits that were nice, but the whole one thing I was looking forward to was a nice connected map for everything. Mm-hmm. Borderlands said they were going to do that, and actually I thought they did a pretty good job with the open world aspect. Monster Hunter did it in the same way Borderlands did, but they also then slowed it way down in how you transitioned and shoved it to much tighter ways to make it hide from you that they're transitioning. And I didn't like that. It still felt like you were going map to map. It was not an open world like they advertised. It was fine. I still think World was the better Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
And I think actually I would probably say Rise was also better than World or Wilds.
I can't remember anything about Rise.
Rise was the Switch one.
Yeah.
I liked it because I liked it. I liked Rise a lot.
Fine.
Wilds feels like it had potential, but they rushed it out before polishing it to where it needed to be, and it's kind of. I do want to go back to it because now they made it so you can get a chocobo, a real chocobo.
Yeah,
I want a chocobo.
Didn't it take like a crap ton to get that chocobo though?
No, I had it backwards. That's if you want to go and do the Monster Hunter event in Final Fantasy.
No,
it's the other way around. Sounds bad.
Monster Hunter needs to be a comedy game. It needs to be crazy over the top, and the reasons they're killing the monsters need to become increasingly over the top. That's what would make a good story in a Monster Hunter game. That you start off like...
I don't want a good Monster Hunter story.
He's harassing the village to, like, the Rathalos. He nuked the capital. It's like, the capital seems fine, sir. Are you calling me a liar? No, sir. Yes. You have to go get that Rathalos because he slept with all of your mothers. What? No, we have to kill him and eat him. Of course we do. That's what would make a good Monster Hunter game.
Okay, so right at the end of this, he fires one. So he fired what?
I'm just imagining the Rathalos like, he stole my girlfriend. And then she's like, Darren, this is not the time. Shut up, Sharon. I'm fighting him.
That's not going to happen. So I'm going to check here. So there's a one shot.
I didn't hear no bell.
And then... Oh, he is pulling the trigger. I was wondering if he's even pulling the trigger. Okay, that's not going to happen there. That's going to be him going there. I just don't have any video in here. So it's two shots, but the second shot is literally right before the cut. I don't think there's any reason to extend that. No, there's not. What is the pacing on this? It means fires here. Because if she gets shot, I don't want to have her actually showing getting shot until after this camera switched. So I'm going to apply the first two shots miss. So this is at just after 11. And then this would be at about, let's say 12 and a half. So that means every second and a half, which means I have to do Rainbow Dish gets shot somewhere around here. I can probably go a little earlier. I can go bang, 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 so I can have a quicker third shot. So I can probably go to here, to where she gets hit.
I'm imagining Michael doing a ritual to bring Argo back every time an animation gets finished.
So Michael, if this were you, instead of Rainbow Dash shooting, what would you do?
Probably like rolling around the wing all cute and shit. Well,
no, so
ricocheted.
things are escalating.
Yeah.
See, they just did the tongue kissing thing.
Yeah.
So how would they follow
It's
up after that?
escalating because she's being shot at. You don't. That's the escalation.
Yeah, but she's been kissing Applejack.
Yeah.
How do you follow up after that? And still make it feel like you're at that level of something.
Like it's already at that level.
Well, I know, but there's
like him shooting escalated it.
I know, but then what would the scene be after that?
Either her getting shot or falling off the wing because
that is here. I need something here after he's raising the gun and before he starts shooting.
Wait, before he starts shooting.
Yes, but something that follows up logically after smooching.
Well, you can't have that. You get demonetized.
Okay. Because that's already escalating it to a big point. I could move the whole tongue kissing thing to that part.
Yeah.
And instead have something that comes before that. So is there something between this and this?
You could just have them normal smooching, not the whole tongue thing. Or kissing gently on the cheek.
I could. I think.
Or touching.
I think
holding
touching hooves and getting their snoots really close.
Oh yeah.
I could see him at doing it at that, or like that being an escalation, because I really want to make it so. I like it when they do escalations where you're definitely going somewhere, but then suddenly you just go wham way up. And that was the idea of like them just suddenly doing full tongue. Like, I don't want to have them doing slight swooching because then that's just leading the curve, but still taking the same direction.
Yeah, you can just have them leaning into it.
It's like getting started with something, but then wham it, like go. That's where the tongue thing is. But then that would have to be moved to.
I like them
to right here.
They're rolling around. Man, that would be a lot of work.
No, the rolling around changes things a lot.
Smooching and rolling around.
No, rolling around would be hard as hell to animate.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Because the amount of work it would take to like.
I like the idea of bullets ricocheting around them and then Rainbow just rolling off the side. Applejack's like, oh no.
Just backs up to Rainbow like this, just gets shot and just wait.
They were rolling around on the wing of the plane, but again, that's a lot of work.
Well, this is going to be really stupid, and it's going to be like a funny type of funny, but like also super low work.
Oh, she got tired. So bad. Just the flop. The pony flop. What is with Applejack's tongue? It's like oh no. He's just sliding inside.
So just be like this, and then just like,
like it's certainly easier to animate, yes. In the rolling bit. Can't think of any other video you have ponies grasping each other and rolling around, which is really unfortunate. You'd think you'd have something by now because you said you like money, but.
There's a certain crowd that I don't want to attach to. If there's two things it would do to like, if I wanted to be more successful, switch to Monster Hunter or porn. But I feel like even that's like
so much money.
I'm gonna guess that's actually like
I don't want to know if that's a thing.
I've already said that there's a niche that I could get into with animation, but I feel like that specific one probably is doing pretty good.
Very niche. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think that it's just. I know that there's one guy that makes Monster Hunter animations. He does like 2D ones, hand drawn, and they're actually really funny and good. They're kind of like shit posts, but like the millennial shit posts. They're enjoyable. But other than that, there's not many people that make good Monster Hunter animations, and I think that's why it would work. I could be so much more successful doing stuff like that. There's a guy that he actually does really cool stuff where he will play the game at a really high frame rate, and he will then do like specific attacks and stuff. And by doing it at a really high frame rate, he can then use it to go slow-mo. So if you're rendering it out in say 30 FPS, you can then take a 200 FPS clip and make it go like 1/5 the speed, because you can extend the frames out. And it has some really cool bits where he does like really cool slowdowns of like flying over people's back. It's all in-game footage, but it's actually really cool. And he's doing very specific attacks that are just well timed, and he had probably done 100 times to try to get that one shot. It's so good. Forgot the guy's name though.
I mean, I just encourage any kind of art, like as an outlet. Some people gain. I had a conversation with someone recently about this, about like personal value, and a lot of people take their personal value from their work, but like, because
there's not many things that people do otherwise that they can say is an output that they're creating, that they can be proud of.
Yeah.
Unless you have a kid. If you have a kid, then probably people are going to default to that. But it's
put all your hopes and dreams into your child. That's always helpful.
Most people nowadays, it's you have your job, and then like your hobbies tend to be like Netflix, gaming, like it's other things that are recreational. Nothing that's something that you're building on yourself. Like something that makes proud of, because you can be like, what's something you're proud of? You know how many burgers I can eat at Burger King? So many. And like, no,
he's like getting some like personal value out of it.
It's just there's a certain
like that hot dog dude.
There's not people. I think it's even more. I see, like people can say like, well, I drive Uber as like a side thing, but that's not a hobby. It's something to be proud of.
It's a way to make extra money.
It's a way to just make extra money.
Money should always be a means to an end, not the end.
Yeah, but that's what that ends up being.
Yeah. That's least effort to have a house and a place to sleep at night.
But yeah, I think people need more hobbies, and that's the main reason that I've been sticking around doing this for as long as it was, because I know that if I quit doing this, it would be like nicer having the free time for like a little while, and then I'd be like, now what? Like something would be burning in me to do something. I actually have I've over the years enough hobbies that I could start now that I'd be perfectly fine. No, but
I was having this conversation with somebody who I think would benefit a lot from bringing back up some of their hobbies. Just having something to be proud of, help with their self-esteem and whatnot.
To me, it's not something to be. It's something not as much to be proud of, but something to be something as an output.
Yeah, you should certainly be like proud of what you've accomplished. Like you've done some pretty cool stuff, and you put a lot of smiles on people's faces.
I feel like it is more important for you to be proud of your work than for you to look for what other people are saying about your work to reinforce it. I just go and make stuff that I like and I want to be happy, and if whether or not the comments of the videos say it or not, I don't give a shit.
Sure, but when you see somebody watch your stuff and they laugh or they smile, that's got to be rewarding.
Yes, but the biggest reward to me is creating it, publishing it, and putting it out, and then just being able to put a stamp on I did this.
Yeah,
that to me means more. Like if I just put it out there and whatever, and then I never paid attention to it after that, that'd be fine, because it was me going through the process and coming to that end point where most people, when they make something, they're going through all the work because it's a point after publication that's important to them. I think it's everything before that is. After I put it out, I really don't like Bring Out Your Dead. I just said it open for. I have no idea how many comments or views it has. I have no clue. I pay attention for the first few days, and then I kind of like pop in every like 3 months to read comments now. I have no idea. Do I still have that open?
I did decide what I want to do for my Mondays thing again. I took a couple weeks off, but I'm going to go.
A couple weeks, been months.
No, it hasn't. It's been 2 weeks. Since I finished the animation.
Oh, no, I thought you meant since you did Monday streaming.
No, not Monday streaming.
What'd you do this last Monday?
I played a video game.
It's nice to have some days off.
But I needed to get, I want to finish up the armor.
We are our Wednesday game thing is not gonna happen in 2 weeks, so you'll have like
Extra
more
Wednesday.
time because I'm in Texas.
Oh
Yeah, actually, a reminder. I'm going to be gone the first week in November, so there's going to be no stream Tuesday, no stream Friday. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm gone for Cider Fest, including the following Tuesday.
Wait, I guess you just want to rest Tuesday.
More than likely not. Well, maybe because I have the day off. Yeah, I might stream Tuesday. But yeah, I have 3 or 4 days off in November where I'm not going to be around. So
Argo is dying again, guys. It's true. He dies, and I'll just pretend to be him.
No, I'm being forced to go to a work conference. They want me to do a learning something or other every year. And I found some way or another to ignore them for 6 years from doing that. But this year they were adamant, and I tried to weasel out by saying, oh, the pre-reg for that event already ended. But they're like, what about second event? So I had to go to that one. And so that is the first week of November. I'm in Dallas. Is anybody here from Dallas?
You used to have a friend
I can go say hi.
Texas, but they're not there anymore.
I won't have much time when I'm in Dallas, but I will be there.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
No. Well, kind of. The things that I'm going there for, because it's for doing like power application development and stuff, I'm actually looking forward to, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to know, and I think that'll fill in some gaps. I have a full workshop on Tuesday I'm going to. Looking forward to that. But
so many of those things are just people who like to hear themselves talk, though.
Well, the workshop is 8 hours, where it's like a small group thing where you're going through and building something based on the instructions that they're helping you with, and then they can provide the answer to your questions, whatever. I think that one is for multi-level approvals in Power Automate, because I've been having issues with that, so I'm really looking forward to learning some stuff.
Brony, you have to understand the whole reason I'm learning Source Filmmaker right now is to eventually assume his identity in his YouTube channel.
You know, that'd be great, because then you can do my work.
Well, yeah, but you'll be disappeared.
Yeah, because I'll be playing video games.
It does sound nice.
Like,
just show up and take credit. You can be
like, I like video games right now, but like we're trying to figure out getting the D&D thing right. I'm actually enjoying that. So like I'll do that for like an hour or two a day, trying to get all that stuff figured out. So there are other things I could definitely do other than video games. Video games are fun, but I can't play it for like 8 hours.
I'm kind of looking forward to you potentially going back to Pacific Drive once the new expansion comes out, which I think is the end of this month. I think it's actually 2 days the expansion comes out. I have to look. This Pacific Drive was a stellar game.
I really like having more to Pacific Drive is fine. I really would like to see not as much of that. I'd really like to see like a second game from them, or like maybe not the exact same game, like not just more like roguelike Drive. I
wouldn't mind just a big expansion that continues the story on that game. Like just more of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Make it to Dallas mid-November. No, I've been to oh God, actually the last time I was in Dallas was 23 years ago.
I've never been.
I went there for my high school, my senior year. They did these competitions where, because I was in an internship called BPA, Business Professionals of America, where I got an internship through my school. I got to be the school's webmaster. I ran their website. I got paid to go to my last half of every day of school I was actually paid hourly, which was kind of neat. It was like $9 an hour, but back then that was actually more than I was making at McDonald's. But there was other things that I had to do through that program, and one of them was to do some different competitions. And I did graphic design, Excel, and a third thing. You had to do two main ones and then one general one, and the general one was the Excel one. At the regional, I placed first in graphic design and first in Excel. Then I went to state, where I went downtown for that, and I placed fourth in Excel. By doing that, I got an invite to go to nationals. So the nationals were in Dallas. And so it was a paid trip where the school covered it and everything. And I got to go to Dallas with, I think there was like probably 8 to 10 other in the class, and compete there. I made a big mistake when I did my Excel bit, that if I probably would have, it was one of the first ones done, that if I would have done that right, I maybe would have actually placed, but I realized afterwards I forgot to do something, and I think it just made it so I didn't qualify, but I don't care. I got a free trip to Dallas. But that was a fun experience. But that was the last time I was in Dallas. So I was probably 18 when I went out there. So yeah, it was a long time ago. That was 13 years ago. Or 23 years ago, sorry.
Yeah, I've only been to San Antonio. And I was with you when I went there, so.
I've been in Texas, I've been to Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston. But I didn't really stay in Houston. We were it was like an hour north of there, Castle Rock. I can't remember the name of the city out there anymore. Anyways, but yeah, I've been to the three big ones. I've been to Austin, and Austin was kind of a dream of mine for a while because I wanted to go to RTX, the Rooster Teeth convention. That's never going to happen.
Yeah. The only thing I remember about San Antonio is we went to rent a car, and you were like, "I've never rented a car before," and I'm just kind of standing back.
Well, no,
I have, and it's like, then why aren't you doing it? I'm like,
well, no, it's more of the whole point of the like most trips that we did as a group ended up where I was running most stuff
because you kind of took that
because nobody does. So it ends up being that I didn't have somebody had to do things, and that was one of those events where I'm like, I want to have an event where I'm not doing any of that stuff. Okay. And then suddenly I was thrust into doing all this stuff, and I'm like, no,
I rented the car.
I know. So other people did stuff, but I'm like, I want to have this. I was just so frustrated. Anyway, Gentle Spark had a streak. I didn't know. When does this start saying that stuff? I remember messages like that. Well, anyways, thank you, Gentle Spark, for the streak.
I'm good at taking care of myself, but taking care of others, I will.
I don't mind sometimes, but there's just also like where sometimes it's just I want to break.
Like I'm kind of looking forward to somebody else getting a decent travel vehicle, just so that I can have a trip to a convention where I'm not the driver.
And I'm fine driving, and that's why I want to. If I next year can get a nicer car, like it's a mini SUV, that's way better than your car for a long trip. Wow. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your car, but a lot more space in the back to store things, a little bit more spacious. It just has horrible space. If it was great, if it was just me, if it was just two people driving, my car would be perfect.
Yeah.
But if it's anything more than two, no.
I'm talking about my car. My car has a lot of trunk space. Not like SUV trunk space.
No, it's just you're a space, but sometimes like certain things like fitting coolers in and stuff, stacking up instead of sideways is a lot easier.
You can comfortably have 4 people travel in that car. Any more than that.
Yeah. My sisters drove many times.
Not me.
You weren't here then.
Yeah.
An SUV has more room in the back to carry a fresh new supply of plushies. Well, I don't want to get
to have some plushy room. Yes.
I don't want to get an SUV. I want to get a mini SUV. I want to get basically a slightly larger hatchback, essentially. I don't want a full SUV. That's kind of a waste, and it wouldn't fit in my garage. I did the math on like a mini SUV, and it would fit in my garage.
I did ride in my first Tesla today.
Oh, I've driven in them before.
I didn't drive it. I was in those Uber. But they had that camera thing where it's just tracking every other vehicle on the road around you. That's kind of neat. He had it on like a display.
Yeah, but
kind of watching it.
Yeah, it is kind of neat, but I think the last Uber I was in had something like that. It's
certainly keeping track of more vehicles than I can keep track of at any given time.
Whether or not it's going to do anything about them, though, the computer's keeping track of it, but I should still also be keeping track of it. And just because I put it on a fancy display doesn't mean it's doing anything with that data.
I would hope it's like if it's driving the car, it's doing something with that data.
It's selling it.
Yes. No, I would very much like a self-driving car that it's okay for me to take a nap in.
No, okay, that's a little different. I was say I do not like the idea of a car, any of the new stuff with like a lot of their safety features that try to take control away from me.
You feel that way now, but what about 30 years from now, where your eyesight's shot, your eyesight is shot, you still want your independence? Like, you're gonna want that.
I'm fine in 30
car.
years.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, man.
Like, there comes a point in everyone's life where they probably shouldn't be driving anymore.
No, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's called being frustratingly annoying and
yes.
Like
that's going to be a huge deal for people with disabilities, self-driving vehicles, more just the elderly.
I still don't like the idea, mainly of like a fully automatic driving car, almost exclusively because of liability. Who's at fault?
Well,
because right now,
make that determination based on the car's computer data.
Yeah, but right now, if a computer does it, it's really hard to figure out who's at fault. It's end up going to be somebody gets hurt, then they're going to have to go back to the car company, and they're going to have much better lawyers than anybody else. And the people that are going to get hurt the most are the people that were in that accident. And it just doesn't make. I don't like that.
I think people are worse drivers in general.
Yeah, but again, as long as they have something that states how liability is distributed in an issue, then fine. Right now, I don't like the fact that most of that is just up in the air and we don't know.
Yeah.
If they had something that says this is how it's going to be handled, sure. We don't have that. So it ends up being that it just people get screwed.
Yeah. Most of the accidents I've heard with self-driving cars tend to be like the driver was doing something really stupid, or they were putting way too much faith into the self-driving feature.
Well, there was like the Waymo that got pulled or did an illegal U-turn in front of a cop. Mm-hmm. So the cop pulled him over, but then had to let it go because he couldn't give it a ticket.
Yeah, there's nobody in the car to give it a ticket.
So then it's saying that you can only give a ticket to a person, but if a car does something wrong, and is it then allowed to just continue to break the law freely?
I would think you would take down its license plate number and then track the owner.
Well, if it's a Waymo's just the corporation.
Yeah, but it's still got an owner.
But you know what they're going to do? They're going to look at how many tickets are coming in compared to how much profits they're making, figure out some percentage based on some actuary number saying this is the amount of laws that we can break without problem, and then say, well, based on our algorithm, those laws are fine because we can afford those tickets.
So a taxi driver.
I know, but if it's going to a person, then that person is liable. But if it's going to a corporation, then it just becomes an actuary number.
That person's just rich.
Taxi drivers are rich?
No, not taxi drivers. The corporation.
Kind of. They're all like VC money places that have like they're surviving because people are dumping money into them and eventually it's going to catch up to them.
Yeah, maybe.
But at that point, the people that started it and are in there made tons and tons of money. They're going to back out of it. Business collapses and they have millions. You don't need your business to be successful to make money. You just need it to be successful long enough.
Man, I'm on the road every day with a bunch of jerks just cutting each other off, refusing to let other people merge, and just being absolute nuisances on the road. I want a future where the robots are just doing that. And then we won't have that shit anymore. Well,
you're anticipating that the robots won't also, based on artificial intelligence, learn to be assholes too. just cutting people off is efficient for them.
The robot demands a middle finger be installed into its dash.
Yes. It's like it tells you to, and if you don't do it, it shocks you. Flick off on left, please.
Flick them off. I just want the voice of Guru. Dragon Ball Z at British, like,
flick them off.
Flick them off. Do it.
Waymo. Kill it.
And I'm not doing that. I'm releasing neurotoxin.
Nail. I miss Kami Guru. He's so good.
Super Kami Guru.
Michael.
Smooching. I got the smooching brain. Go eat apples. I can smell it.
So I'm going to get their noses really close, so that they're kind of like crossing, because then I can just squish them a little.
Squishing, yeah.
Snoop boop.
Smooches are a sign of joy and happiness, Lionsky. With that, all that happiness.
Okay, so then we do.
Opponents to be happy.
So now we do like.
Oh, baby, I love you.
We're gonna do that more of like a crossover
So
time.
British.
Yeah, we'll draw it like this first. So now we just round it.
Oh. Just cutting to that.
Okay, so then they snoots touch right there.
Yeah.
Until about here. So we'll do it to here. And then we will I gotta grab them both if I want to have them go at the same time. Look at that escalation. Like, huh?
Goes from romantic to just sloppy
all right.
kisses. I like this one.
I do it. I can't do it because it's all outside the plane, but I like the idea of just like, ha, 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 ha.
This is good Snoop right here. This is good smooching Snoop.
Okay. The problem right now too is the camera's angle is not at their angle. So let's see if we can adjust this.
This is good, but this is also a lot. Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it, but I also like there's no way I could ever drink 2 of these in a day.
It's a little rich.
It's very rich. It's not even a stout. How's that one as far as richness is concerned? Does it have the hoppiness that you thought it would have?
It is a little hoppier. It's fine. The actually biggest thing I don't like about it is it tastes it's very cherry forward. Then kind of shifts into like a bit of a slight hoppy wheat beer. But then depending on the sip, it kind of gets into a very weird metallic taste at the very end that I don't like as much.
Yeah.
Like there it is. It takes like a good 10 seconds for it to kick in. So it's fine, but that one is better.
Okay. More people will judge tomorrow, I'm sure. If John sees anything he's never had before,
This
that's
camera's
the first
moving.
thing he grabs.
Okay, so now I have to grab how long is this shot? Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter.
All those socks. Socks are adorable. Keep the woosies warm. No, it's a very special holiday today that people should be very aware of, or made very aware of. You know what today is?
Pancake Day.
Close. It's Throw a Short Person Day.
I thought that was already passed.
No, that's today. It's the 21st.
Well, have you done that?
No, the one short person I know hasn't come anywhere near me today, so.
Well, have you talked to Adam?
I have not. He's very tall.
Yes.
It'll be difficult to throw.
It's not about you throwing him.
No. Well, I mean, it specifically says 6'4" or shorter. That's who gets thrown.
Yeah. How tall are you?
6 foot. No, 5'4" or shorter. Sorry.
No, you said 6'4".
I did, but I meant to say 5'4".
Because then that would make you short to Adam.
Yes.
So let Adam throw you.
No, he couldn't.
No. No.
I would probably have better luck throwing him. But he would probably squirm and make it difficult. Which is why you have to find somebody who's like 5'4" or shorter. But just the comic that came out of Pip being yeeted out of a window. And then the subsequent comics of her taking her revenge.
So I think the camera is moving on these shots because those shots were done because I needed to make it work for a more zoomed in view. I think I increased the volume of it. Probably made them big enough on how they jittered to be saved by the truncation. Because that was moving, that was moving, that was moving, that was moving. Maybe I just didn't copy backwards.
Everything looks fine to me. Not sure what your
I thought I didn't see camera movement. But now I'm seeing camera movement.
You made it super slight.
I know I did, but no, it's this shot. This one specifically doesn't have any jitter. And I can tell because you can just look at the very edges of pixels. And these ones, I can see them kind of doing little slight shifts. This one doesn't. So this one specifically, I just don't think I did. Or this might have been the one I copied. And I got to make sure. I think it was these two I needed to do too. I copied, but then it was not working and I had to fix it. Like,
Oh no,
shake the pony.
that's turbulence. Everyone's gonna die. I've been on a few flights with really bad turbulence, and it can get like if you've been on a flight and you thought you had turbulence, but you didn't get at least a little scared, you probably weren't on a flight with really bad turbulence. I've been lifted out of my seat before.
Oh yeah, times. I've had that happen. I've had the lift out of my seat happen only in like maybe once.
Yeah.
I've had rough turbulence. I don't mind if a flight has some turbulence as long as it's like you hit the turbulence and you moved on.
Yeah.
I've had one flight where it was pretty constant and that was not fun. But I think that was like on almost like a tiny red-eye flight from like here to Milwaukee. So it just was
the smaller the plane, the worse the turbulence.
Yeah, so it was small. You never got very high. You didn't go as fast.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye,
See you later, Brownie.
Bye-bye. Brony man. Oops. I like this one. Squish.
But that one.
It's very good.
That one you like?
I mean, it's the appropriate escalation. It is hilarious. I like the whole lead up to the romantic kiss, followed up by just the absolute absurd kiss.
So if he shoots for twice, should I have it where Rainbow just standing here, but Applejack's laying down on blood? And then like Rainbow's just like,
don't outright murder any of the ponies.
No, Rainbow's getting shot.
She can get shot. Grazed. People like the ponies.
Yeah.
So don't murder them.
Then why do they like Fall to Equestria so much?
They would hate it. Have you ever read Guys of Chaos? No.
Murky number 7?
Murky number 7, Murky doesn't hurt any of the mares.
Okay, but how many people hurt them?
A lot, and they're bad guys.
So, but they're still watching horses get hurt.
Yeah, but then it's a bad
And have you
guys.
not seen the weird side of Derpy Buru?
Don't they try to keep
The one
that turned off?
Go and look at the top.
See the gore.
Look at the top votes for the week, like the top 3 days, and then look at the very last page.
I think you just want to aim for this video that if it does get posted to Derpy Brewer, one of the tags isn't gore, death.
It won't get posted because it's part of anthology. It shouldn't get. I hope to God it doesn't get its own post because it's for anthology.
I mean,
it wouldn't be fair to any other anthologist.
Somebody might clip it after anthology comes out and then post it to Derpy Brewer.
Because the title has anthology in the title for that reason. Yeah. So make sure I want to get people drawn to anthology.
If it did, those are the tags you don't want on your pony video. The ones that are just gore and death and that degree of violence. Like, I brought up what was it? The Skies of Chaos or whatever. Because I hated that book. I read a bunch of it, and it was a stallion, and he was just killing mares, and I was like, this book sucks. Voice impression. I gotta do cowgirl.
I was wondering if he's meant to do a raid focus, but yeah, that's what they did.
Cowgirl's just nice.
Too much energy.
It's like,
oh my God, I don't know how she.
Super cool. I love you. You're so great. You're like the best person ever. There.
No, you got to be like, Argo, bring out the Bacardi, because that's what she starts every raid with.
And then we'll get drunk, and then I will start crying and telling you how amazing you are.
Crying? I don't remember any crying. Okay.
Tears down my face with joy. Big, strong men.
The strongest tears. Best tears.
YouTubers.
Golden tears.
Come up to me.
They come from the gods.
Tears in their eyes.
Okay, so I need the escalation from here. So I need, or not escalation from there, but her getting shot.
Grazed. No pools of blood. Can't you just have Applejack watching passively?
I like the idea of her trying to run away and then her jumping over the engine and being shot and this going afterwards.
She just be hiding behind the engine or something.
No, because she has to get off. She has to fall. And the whole point of her
Rainbow, Applejack.
Oh, Applejack's just going to stand there.
Okay, that's
she doesn't know what's going on because she's just a stupid horse.
You can have her playing with a yarn ball or something. I don't know. He's just eating an apple. He's just watching. Well,
because if Rainbow gets hit, I need to not only have it camera shift, but I'm probably going to I have to follow her kind of off the plane because
you could have her dodge a couple shots and then the third one hits her and knocks her off the edge.
No, she has to miss the first two because and I mentioned this because while you were standing right there. I
saw multiple
No,
shots.
is because he fires twice.
Yeah.
But I can't have her get hit while she's not visible.
Yeah.
So if the first two shots have to miss, but whatever the third shot is, which would be within about the first second, so it'd probably be around here. She has to then will be another shot and hit. I don't know how much time I have though.
Can you have a few shots after and then just have the shot that hits her also be the one that knocks her off?
It'd be really hard because without color, it's hard to show somebody being hit. With color, it's easy, make red. But now I don't have a red to do. So I'm having her get hit and then slide off.
That implies she's dead.
No, she doesn't because you see the follow-up.
Yes, but you were implying she's dead before the follow-up. She's just sliding limpless off the side of the...
She takes a health potion on the way down.
Oof.
She's fine. But no, I did need to check something here. So he does this whatever audio thing there, but I have to worry about so let's say her falling off, tracing the camera takes a certain amount of time. There's only a certain amount of time before he starts firing the gun in the audio, and I don't want to have that unless he's just continuing to fire. So I need to figure out where that is.
I'm trying to get the fire from the audio.
Okay, so this is the gunfire he actually shoots is here, which means if he fires here, and then let's say
Phase. Jeez.
This is probably going to be, I would say, for the smooch, it's going to be the length of this. So for that would make it this, probably around there. For firing the gun. And then that would be whatever her getting off the plane would probably put it to something like this, which puts me into gun territory. Is there a way for me to filter out that audio? Because I'm going to guess that there's something in here of him like laughing or doing something.
Wasn't that him laughing there, like losing his damn mind?
Yeah, but that's later in the clip after he's already fired the gun. Okay. Let me add some more time here just so I have something to work with.
I mean, William Shatner laughing shouldn't be too hard to find. That guy is super casual about what just happened. Usually, at least on flights nowadays, the officer is plain clothes. You don't know who it is. But then again, this was like the 1960s, so who knows?
Yeah, well, also he's really stupid in how he had his gun.
No, he would be in so much trouble.
So when is the last gun fired?
I forgot how he was. I thought he brought it onto the plane and stole it from the officers.
So it's about here. This is about the spot where he fires his gun for the last time and he starts doing the scream. So I don't know how long this would be, but essentially it would mean that I would need to cut down here from here to this, and getting audio to cross is really hard.
I remember that being a thing in Ghost in the Shell where one officer carried a revolver. Because that's obviously not what an officer would normally carry. And he got in trouble for using a personal revolver at a crime scene.
A gun that works is a gun that works.
It was just that it wasn't standard issue. And it actually came to the situation where he was the question why he was not. Weapon. He was using a personal weapon because I think the caliber was slightly different.
So if I were, this is about the best I would be able to do. I think that'd be.
I don't know if officers are issued wherever. That's definitely.
I think this is actually supposed to be earlier, like this. Oh no, I moved that earlier. This should have been earlier, so that means that'd be this be later. Could I get away with it later? No, it has to be like here. Wait, it's like right here.
Actually, the 1960s revolvers were a weapon to be used by officers. I used it in 1969.
So it'd be right here.
So it would have been a revolver.
Right here. Because okay, I need to check in the original where they do the cut for that.
That looks so warm.
No, Fozzie Bear.
It does go on. You did save the plan. Oh, that's creepy.
Wait, why does that seem... Come on.
In that moment, you can't even really tell it's what.
Did it freeze again? It's been freezing constantly. It's been really annoying. Because it feels like the pitch is slightly different, and so I'm wondering if it's being interpreted wrong. I don't know why After Effects is being stupid.
After Effects.
I don't know why it's like super dark.
I just don't know what a free alternative to After Effects is. I think you can do some of this in VLC Player, but it's super convoluted.
No, all the things I'm doing to make the black and white and the effects on the video, I'm not going to do that in VLC.
There's got to be some free alternative out there, though.
Yeah, there's always a free alternative. It's feature set that usually is the problem. You can have free alternatives, but are they giving you the features that you need to do the things you need to do?
I haven't seen any difference between Adobe Photoshop and GIMP. I think it's just you familiarize yourself differently with both of them.
I use GIMP at work, but I only use GIMP at work because that's the only thing they let us use.
Yeah.
Or they let me use it, I guess. And so I might as well, because I'm not going to request the company pay for something more.
I did manage to do a version of the putting together the video through GIMP because it can export in WebMP. It's just the settings are a little tricky. And then you would use VLC Player to add the audio. You'd have to do it separate.
You can't quit?
It's really all that locked up, huh?
It's okay. Well, apparently that it's probably quit and it's just locked, stuck there or something. I don't know.
It's just there now.
It's just it's pitch when I heard them. If you hear that scream, it's ah. But then when I went here.
I can only hear the.
No, it sounds lower. So my concern is, well, because my thought is if it ends up being higher pitch would usually mean stretched. So if if mine is higher pitch, then that means I'd have to condense it, which means it would be a bigger problem. Okay. I was hoping that maybe I could stretch things out and I'm missing something. Anyway, so it ends up being, when does he start the scream? That's mainly what I'm trying to get from here.
That acting was amazing. The guy in the dog suit.
Right when the zoom starts. Actually, what I love the most about this whole creature here is well, if he screams and doesn't do anything. No, when he gets shot, is look at his feet.
Whose feet?
The creature.
The creature's feet. Please tell me he's just wearing tennis shoes.
He's just got boots.
Absolutely, just got tennis shoes on.
Yeah. I love the boots. Okay, so it's right when they do the zoom in is when he does the scream. So I want to try to get that part matched up. So it's right. Oh no, okay, so that's the other part. So the scream is right here. And right there is when they start the zoom in. So
supposed to general theory. I just remember Kmart and Walmart having cornucopia. Fruit of the Loom saying they never created the logo with cornucopia. So the only thing I can think possibly is the case is that there was a company out there claiming they were Fruit of the Loom, selling them major retailers, but they weren't Fruit of the Loom.
A little easier to do in the past when there was less ways to check things and stuff.
Yeah. And who cares? If the price is right?
Okay. So for one, this video not needed because it's just a filler, so now I can see this better. So he does the firing thing, switches to the giant remember getting shot, but that's how long this would be, literally between these two. It depends. How long is the like boot snoop like this one? It's approximately 3 seconds long as well.
Even if it got removed, Sunset, it would still be in old commercials.
So if this one was moved here, this could be shortened up a little bit too, the smoochy bit.
Yeah.
I feel like it is going a little long, so I could remove a little bit of time from that. Can't move it here because when I render this out, it's going to be shifted in time, which would probably put it closer to where it's going to be in the file anyway. But it does mean time-wise, I probably have maybe 3 seconds to get her off the plane. That's a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
To make it work with the current audio, I could maybe extend it by adding like an extension to the current like escalation, but then it's not going to feel like it's growing. It's going to feel like it's like going up, then down, then back up again. And I'd rather not.
Just like her, like dodging the 2 bullets and then the third one striking her and knocking her off the plane.
In 3 seconds.
2 bullets.
No,
Bullet.
barely one would work.
Yeah.
Because I have to get her off the plane, but to get her off the plane is to get her from here to there. That is a long distance to transport her.
She can jump for the first bit, then get struck, but that's 2 bullets. That'd be the quickest way to get her off the plane. That I can think of. Because if you just have her get struck and that knocks her off, I mean, she could start flying and then get struck in the air and then fall.
The quickest solution is to just have her run off.
And just dive off the side. Like to get
Well, she can't dive forward. She'd be kind of going into the blades.
Well, no, she'd have to dive off the back.
She'd have to dive off the back. Because if you had it where
Applejack eating an apple.
Because if I did that, you don't even have to have them smooching. You could have her pre-turned. So have the camera already have her like backed up a little bit and have her like running away and then zoom in at the edge. You could do that. Doing that in 3 seconds is still very short. I feel like no matter what, I have to figure out a way to get more time out of my audio. I don't think there's a way to do it without getting more time out of it. I think I might be able to do it.
I think once you get it in there, they'll have a better idea.
No, I think I can extend this audio. It's going to kind of ruin a little bit of the escalation, but would give me about 5 more seconds, which is plenty. Because there already is 2 sections of the audio in here that sound almost identical. So if I just pinpoint where it is that is happening, I can probably cut it to sound pretty damn close.
Oh, Mark, that does fit the horror style. Love it.
I think we should just flare her wings in shock, and the wind pulls her off real fast. But then it would move too fast to see. By having her run off, at least shows that she's going off. Because if she takes like wings flare out, then was she shot? Was she not? Where did she go? Did she fall off? Is this connected to the next one? I want to make it like it's very obvious that she left the plane.
She should be like diving either case because it's. Maybe I misunderstood Jay. It sounds like he's almost falling forward. That's the thing with the next animation. I don't know how they're gonna like seamlessly meld them together without. You have the continuation part, right?
You sent me over a very raw version of it, but he's just going to turn the beginning of that black and white. That's it, and then have it fade to color.
But you want Rainbow Dash in the position at the end of your video that Rainbow Dash is in at the start, right? Like, ideally. So you need to be referencing it.
If I did, I would have to show her falling out of the air afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
In doing so, that would add even more time to try to figure out how to work out audio by like another 6 seconds after this. No. If she's just going to fall off the plane, and then there's going to be the implication that that is the continuation.
Okay.
I'm not going to show her falling.
Okay.
I'm going to show her falling off of something.
I wasn't sure what Jay was looking for in that card.
Nothing. He has no requirements.
Okay. That makes it easier.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is the cut point for this. All right, so now if I take this and I copy it, how does that sound? Okay, come on, I need to be able to see it moving. It's not even, I think it's working, it's just not showing me anything. Because it's glitched again.
RAM on your computer?
It probably, it is.
Well, you already got the whole, called, oh, darn, I done forgotten the name of it. The mod you're running to get the Source Filmmaker not to crash. Can't remember what that RAM allocation program is.
I didn't know that affected After Effects.
I didn't think it would.
It's not.
Okay.
And I have 64 gigs. What would probably help is because I'm not working on whatever. I'm just going to switch this to half render because I was at full. It was eating the whole 64 gigs. Okay, let's see this again. So this is the audio. This is the normal cut. This is my cut.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Yep, that was all I needed. One frame. Yeah, you can't even tell.
I couldn't tell. You hear the audio a little bit through your headset, and I didn't notice.
It's perfect.
That thing was coming right at him.
I don't want to hear anything now.
Who was in that suit? He's probably dead. He might not be.
Oh my god, why? There's just something in After Effects is being super weird.
Nightmare.
Effects errors and causes failure related GPU enabled effects in this frame. Out of memory. Sure, software only. I don't
It is
care.
a memory thing.
No, my GPU's memory is ran out.
Oh. What, aren't you running like a...
But and that just prevented audio from being played for some reason.
You're running a 40 series, aren't you?
50.
Well, heck. Not good enough to run After Effects. That's not good.
And maybe it just needs a reboot. Something got glitched a while back, and I'm not able to get it out of RAM, which is not outside the norm.
The guy who played the Goblin in the game and didn't get credit. That's some bullshit. Somebody who picks up the trash gets credited now.
Okay, so now I got to figure out where this is. Oh, because that extended everything. So then this is not needed. No, that still is. It'll just get moved.
Oh, he passed away in 94. Yeah, he played the Gremlin. Let me see what his IDBM.
IMDBM.
I am the Budabum. I am the Budabum.
I thought I extended
He was
this.
82 when he died. So.
Oh, then I should get back down. I probably shouldn't put too much time into like refining this because now I know it can be extended. I'm free to do anything. That added, let's see how much this added. So it went from 12 and a half to 17. So it added 4.5 seconds. That is a good amount. So I can basically make this last shot because I was already short on time by like 1 second. I can add about 3.5 seconds, which for this last shot is the equivalent of doing this. That just ate that shot. I don't want that. That's very doable. Now I have lots of time to make her do something. I kind of want to make sure that he shoots 7 bullets too.
Is it 12 or 7, right?
No, it's 6. And that's what's funny.
Okay, sure.
It's a 6 shooter. It's called that for a reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I mean that is a kind of joke they would have made on a Police Academy. Naked Gun. The Naked Gun joke. You just have the 6-shooter fire like 20 bullets without reloading.
Okay, so if I were to have her run off the plane, I can cheat this.
Oh, that's good.
Because I wanted to have her kind of like, I didn't want to have her just like do a standard runoff. I wanted to have her kind of bounce. And I've done that before. So we're going to load in. I'm going to guess I have exported this.
Oh, there it was. It was the last role he ever played. The Gremlin, dude. I was trying to figure out, like, and the only movie I remember that, like, of any note that he was in, and after this and before this, was The Isle of Dr. Monroe, where he played a bit part.
Damn, I didn't.
The Gremlin did well. He looks like a talented actor. That you're absolutely replacing
the talented actor. Yeah. He was the world's first furry. People watch that show and they awaken to things.
Oh my! It's like, what did it for you? It was just like, oh,
you know where that gremlin?
It's like,
it was a gremlin.
It's like Luna from Hell of a Boss. What did it from you? The foxes from Robin Hood. What did it for you? The gremlin from that Twilight skit in the 60s. Like it
was this 60s?
67.
Oh, you looked it up? Mm-hmm. They had black and white in 67 still?
Well, it was Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of their thing.
That's their thing.
There we go. Because we have this little scene.
Oh, it's cool.
Of her doing little like jumpy jumps.
Yeah, very cute.
So that's perfect.
Look at that pony. There's pure pony body right there.
You're looking at the butt.
No. Just the perfection in form is all. Perfection. Look at those cherries. Our cutie mark. What do you think I was talking about?
You're talking about her ass, Michael.
No.
Remember her name?
No. She was in it for like 2 minutes in the book. I do remember the scene though. It was the first time she came to the Emerline.
Yeah, I can't remember shit for the first book. I remember the main hits of the first book.
Was kind of important because that's where White Mane ruled. And White Mane was important pretty much all the way until she went over the edge. I mean, her sister you meet near the edge, so or approaching anyway. And that shit's tragic. Like, I'm freaking Luda and Celestia. Like, I didn't know any other alicorns were still alive. And if they had known, like, White Man was one thing, but, huh? No, she's pulling her face off. No. What did you do?
I'm not gonna select them. This is using a very old model for selection, which means the tail might not get animated right, but I'm gonna leave it.
Smooch my cute little horsey. Oh yeah, you were still using the VNs back then.
Actually, I probably will slow it down a little bit. That was animated by Root. I am just
like, what was past?
Oh no,
thinking?
No, that makes sense. I probably animated it by just having a flat movement of the root forward. It just makes it more annoying to load in because she's gonna go poof, and I have to go find her. Rainbow, over there. Okay, Rainbow. We'll get over here.
Yeah,
it's like Rainbow. There's a cool horse over here to smooch. Like, whoa. Like little smoochies.
That is a good smooching horse. They can't see it, but I did find a very important picture today that is related to the thing you were just looking at. And it's this.
Is the cure to male loneliness a cute apple wife?
Yes.
That is definitely edited.
No.
Very different text formats.
An absolute accurate story. Cute apple wife. You need one of those. Dodging bullets.
She jumps quite a ways. Oh, she's like in the plane.
Got 4 of those leg things.
No matter what, the actual there's nothing before this.
Exactly. Come back.
Come back, sexy boy. Haven't met my mama yet. I do want to slow that down. She's a little quick.
It's like, I see you met my grandpa.
Well, that's way too slow now.
It's fun because it's true. She met her grandfather. And I can see that joke being made in the comments already. It's like, stay away from my granddaughter. Pew, pew.
Okay, so first, I need her to have some kind of a decent landing spot, like for her first takeoff here, which is right here. That's not good. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm probably going to tilt her completely, just a little bit, because she's going to be going down at an angle. That hoof is not landing, but this is where I'm going to do something like some blasphemic type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Her little hoof land here should be done by the pelvis, but since this is already being controlled by the root, I'm just gonna use the root.
It is kind of perfect. It's William Shatner. The more I think about it now, this is pretty much a stay away from my granddaughter situation. I love it.
Okay, and then she right here lands with her hoof down, but this is her last takeoff here.
Mm-hmm.
So I need now this hoof to land here. Okay, so how does that look? Okay, looks fine. Or fine-ish. I'm going to clean up like how the hoof interacts. Because of how that water reflects off, I have to make sure that the hoof is pretty planted and a little bit underneath the model. Otherwise, it's going to look pretty obvious that she's floating.
The one thing is you're still going to have to animate the dive off the edge.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
Okay, so this part right here is going to be a little bit more tilted. Not tilt like that, like tilt it like this, maybe like this. And we're going to put her a little bit lower. Get that really in there. And then, yes, now she's frozen. But now this is a pretty good spot to get her to dive. Do I have a dive I could use?
I'm thinking all your videos.
I think that it's going to be actually easiest to just load in Rainbow Dash revamped. So this is going to be base flight. I'm just going to load in my flying animation. Oh, it's going to, the wings are going to break. Oh, it doesn't really matter.
And then you're just gonna have her like angle off the edge.
Yeah, just like, because all I had to do is have her kind of like go flat, but then as she's going down, just curve her a little bit, like she's going down. I might have to play with the lighting a little bit to make this kind of work, but we'll see.
Lighting's kind of all over the place on this one. So
it's pretty much built for a very specific angle to match, and so trying to get it to work for like other angles is going to be rough. It's going to be rainbow. Oh, not rainbow. This is going to be fast flight. No, it's probably start with flight. Or flying fast. There we go. So that's just that one. So it just puts her in the right position. That's all I care about. Her wings are going to have to go up. I'm going to do that now, or at least get them ready to. Because this is going to put her wings up all the time. We're going to fix that. Put them down. Okay.
still no word, chat, on the My Little Pony movie. Not since July, where every outlet was like, "It's coming," and then nothing.
Okay. And now we go to Rainbow Dash.
Woody.
And we want to say she's going to just fly. She does kind of start a little bit of a jump here. Just kind of does like a little hop, if anything. So I might cut it a little early and have her be stopping there, because this is a nice, good like leap spot. We're going to paste non-root position here. But because of that, I need to make sure that this is in an appropriate position for her to look like she's jumping. Okay, that's kind of fine. She's going to probably be a bit more forward by the time she hits this part of her flight, though. Let's say like this.
She even going to open her wings, or just...
She will, but I'm not going to worry about that timing until later. So she's going to be like that. I can worry about some of the nuances of the motion and stuff a little later. Okay, let's say that's good. So now I'm just going to blend. Well, first I need to get this a little closer. We're going to blend these and see if we can get the timing right. Too slow. Okay, that looks good. And then we've already been doing roots, so screw it. We'll just do more. Well, no, now she's actually splitting off. Oh, I really don't want to blend.
I mean, it looks pretty seamless to me.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it's fine. I'm shifting from the root moving her to the pelvis moving her. That's bad. But if I tried to keep it to the root, this is why you don't do this. It'd be messy, but again, this is just kind of a one-off thing, so whatever. All right, so I'm going to say she's going to go from here. Is this going to be her perfect? No, it's not. So, okay, so I can't trust that. So I'll have to go from here to here and then have her like kind of do a dive. See if okay, that rotation doesn't work. So I'm going to have to do this by hand a little bit more. So we're going to go to like here with this. It's a little bit aggressive on the down, but that's easy to fix. So instead we'll just go like, let's move you all the way down off the plane. And then probably stretch you out a little bit. Let's do like this. So quick. Okay, I can adjust the timing on that later. Let's get her up in the air a little more. Okay. We're going to grab her. We're just going to kind of do this messy, like boom, to boom, to boom, to boom.
Anybody do anything interesting this week? Anything fun or exciting? One of my coworkers is taking the rest of the week off so he can go to the zoo. I don't know why that takes half a week, but I guess it's just one of the things he's doing. You said you've never been to the Minnesota Zoo.
I have. It was like in like many, many years ago, school type things.
Yeah. Well, fairly recently. It was fun. Earlier this year, in fact. I like the zoo. I think if you're gonna like hang out at a park or something and just walk around, there's no better park than the zoo. There's a lot to do there. You have food places. You got animals to look at and things to talk about. Most of the animals. I think it makes for a fun day. I think we should do it as like a group sometime. We got the whole Halloween thing going on right now, but I don't know how many people would be interested in that. But yeah, I think a zoo would be nice. Like a friend group day. You don't get out enough anymore. You never take me anywhere.
Anybody can schedule a thing to do,
Yeah.
But who does?
Because the only one everybody listens to is like you.
Yeah, it's like if I don't make an event, it doesn't really happen normally.
It's because if anybody else makes an event, everybody feels like it's not official.
I know, I don't like that. Because then I'm like obligated that I have to do everything.
You don't have to do everything. You just have to be the one who announces it.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry, but that's where your hierarchy is in the friend group. You're the captain of this like friendship.
Okay, so how does that look, Michael?
That's look pretty good. I like that. It's clean. It's kind of cute when you jump in.
The wings aren't done. They're going to have to figure out a way to open.
Open or
it's not perfect. The concern then is lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not even like
come back,
come
back,
baby, come back.
My grandpa's all bark, no bite.
Because I'll have to add some lights over here because I need to have something with it. But then I actually got that done in 2.5 seconds. So, but that's only if I have her like immediately run. Well, for one, her tail's going to be broken.
Like, oh, quick switch before I go. Gotta go. I still love the idea that it's just her grandpa. Like, stay away from my granddaughter. I'm not gonna get with that for a bit.
I do have to fix her tail at some point. I'm a little annoyed that well, actually, you know what? Her whole tail is supposed to be like just whatever. I wonder how it would look.
Did, and I'm looking forward to the Halloween party.
Yeah, you made one. Yeah, like that's fine, but in general, like random off the cuff stuff is what I'm mentioning.
Nineski, would you be interested in doing like a zoo thing? Maybe not this year, but when it's warmer next year. Like a bunch of us just going to the zoo. I think that sounds nice. I like animal pools, especially in cracker form. Zoo? Sure, yeah. See, I think people would enjoy the zoo.
People would. It's just people got to set it up.
Yeah. I think we're a little too far into the older part of the year, and I'm not even sure how many animals they have out this time of year. But
Penguins?
And Viking Fest. I keep forgetting about Viking Fest. No, penguins are indoors. Funny enough. I mean, I guess not that funny. You have to keep them cold year round. Now, the Minnesota Zoo is pretty cool because, I think Como has a few super interesting things. That's two zoos in Minneapolis. It's the Como Zoo and then the Minneapolis Zoo. I think if they combine together into a single zoo, it'd be one of the best zoos in.
I don't think it works that way.
Well, I'm just saying if they brought their resources together.
But one's for profit, one isn't.
Yeah.
Very different setup here.
Yeah. But if they did, they'd be one of the best zoos in the country. But between the two, it's really hard to say which one's better. You get a different experience from both. Minneapolis Zoo is definitely bigger. And they have more indoor stuff. More aquariums and the like. I was surprised that the Minnesota Zoo actually has a pretty big aquarium. Because I generally separate the two. There's the aquarium and then there's the zoo, but Minnesota Zoo has a pretty decent aquarium. I was impressed by it for what it was. Our group isn't a lot of home buddies. I wouldn't say we're a lot of home buddies, but we tend to ever since we stopped doing the mall thing, it's pretty much just going to people's houses, and that house is often here, and I actually like that most of the time.
It's often here because not many people otherwise have good places to host, and I kind of built my space to work that way. Giz used to have a pretty decent space, and he used to alternate, but now he doesn't. Yeah. But also, I think the other benefit is I live in the center of everybody. Mm-hmm. So distance-wise, it doesn't feel like anybody's having to go any extra distance. It's a congregating place where if my sister did, or Mitch did, or Kyle did, everybody's going to an extreme. And so somebody is going to get traveling much further than somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do appreciate getting drunk and then just being able to walk up and lie in my king-size bed covered in pony pillows. That is a bonus.
Okay, well, I'm at time here, but at least we kind of got a thing figured out. Basically, I just have to have Applejack kind of stand there. I'm not going to be...
She's doing it.
All that interested in what she's doing. I have to have Rainbow jump, follow the camera with it, and a couple other minor things. Otherwise, it's pretty much there. So I think I want to have her maybe do a little bit more of a swing, a really cheap swing around before she starts running. To make it look like she's actually trying to get away instead of just suddenly running, because it's with the other shot, you're probably going to miss what she's doing. So, yeah, I'll figure that out. But that'll probably add maybe a second at the beginning, which still puts us at, if we were trying to keep it under 2.5, 3, it'd probably be here. It might make it so then because the audio, by adding that 4.5 or seconds, I can't have less than that. So I could probably meld the later audio in. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. But we're good for today.
And
I think it needs a good old quick kick in the reboot.
Does seem to be having some issues.
Yeah, something. I'll give it a minute.
Save properly.
At least it's pretty good about recovery.
Yeah.
Even if it was. And if that gets corrupted, I can at least redo that. It's annoying. It's not the animations and stuff I wouldn't want to have get corrupted.
Wait. Oh, 4 socks requests.
Huh?
It shows how many requests you got. You got 4 socks requests. All requests.
Yeah.
68.
Yeah, and I already did them all.
No.
They pop up on the side. This is, I keep this there because if we go and do
more socks,
if we do the request stream, I put this off to the side too, so I can keep tabs on it. So I'll just select like just request stream, and it'll let me just see it specifically.
Hey Nolan, did you just wake up? Welcome to the stream.
Anyway, let's see where are we sending people. I got Cowgirls on, but I think we just rated her pretty recently. Inverted Shadows on. Oh, I thought he was playing. I was playing Slender. I thought he was playing Dead by Daylight because they kind of look like it. Slender, The Arrival. Retro's on, playing more Legend of Zelda. I noticed that just on the map. And Fiora's playing Final Fantasy. I even before I know the name, I could just see that that's what they're playing.
Which one?
Final Fantasy Ivalice Chronicles.
Which one?
Tactics.
Oh, Tactics. That's the one you keep telling me to play.
Well, they're speeding up the time. Everything's fun when you don't speed up the time. But look at the chocobos. I love the chocobos for that one. The chocobos are so good.
Is that the remake? Or is that the original?
No, this is the remake.
Yeah.
Because the remake has the time scale on the other one didn't.
Mm-hmm. Lazy gamer, no smooching.
Talk our going to a group chat, private chat with events, so you guys can post things you like to do. Often we have an event chat.
we have exactly that.
We can head over to. Oh, we did them. Like we can do check pony roulette, but I can guarantee you it's not going to find anything.
Well, and you say that all the time, and then if you find a bunch of stuff, but it's all Spanish because that's when you stop streaming. Try brony instead of pony.
These are the only ones with pony. Yeah, these are the only ones with pony. We got Super Fox, which is not super visible pony. Got Flutter Pie.
Oh yeah.
They're Latino as well, but I think we've done them before.
That's a really cool pony though.
I played Core Keeper. It's a good game. It's kind of like a Minecraft or Terraria type game. It kind of felt. Was it done? Yeah, it's at 1.0. It still felt like you get to the end and then it just kind of was like whimpers. I don't know. It didn't really feel like there was a good solid end to it. But we can head over there. You should watch it though. It's a pretty decent game. But we'll head over to Flutterpie. There we go. We'll be back on Friday though. We will be doing something else because if I'm working on this video, if I'm working on this video,
yes,
because it has to be given in Friday and we have stream on Friday and I have to have it encoded and everything, so it would just not work.
Yeah, might have to do a Thursday crunch.
No, because I have Friday off.
Oh, well, that sounds nice.
But I have Saturday and Sunday are pretty busy.
You gotta render it, man. You got candy.
Rendering it, it takes, because I have to do the with water and without water, it takes 45 to 50 minutes total, which is not that bad. And that's for the whole video. I already have most of the scenes done. I'd only have to go and redo like 2 of them, which I can do at any point just to fill in the gaps. But if all I have to do is the last 2 shots, that's really quick and easy.
I had some Cheez-Its today. I stole them.
From Dash?
Well, maybe. No, not those.
Oh, I was going to say, those are stale.
They're probably also dust.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday. We'll figure out something to do. I want to figure out some other video that's not Mystery Mirrors for a bit. So, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, now it's going to force it.
Scootaloo, no.
Scootaloo. No.
All right. They're going to be very happy.